All right, what's going on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to episode 2 of Big Blue Reviews, film reviews. Rolling with Joel, Classified Joel 3F, sub up to him, rolling with Zion. We're in the beginning stages of the show. Sub up to both those guys. Man, how you guys
Let's
feeling
get it.
tonight? And let me know what you're thinking about our Giants right now, man. Starting with Joe, man. What do you think is going
Oh,
on with the Giants right now?
oh man. Uh, can the defense repeat another week that we need them? What's the game plan going to be? Is Andrew Thomas coming back? There's a lot of question marks right now to really, Thomas is. We've seen how much we miss him. Are we going to have? How's Tampa Bay's run defense? Is this a team that we would be able to move the ball 5 yards a pop like we did
What's up,
against the
Bart
Raiders?
Nasty?
Bart Nasty, what's good Sunday? Dude, I just got so many questions as to health, just health concerns. Is Barkley coming back?
Yeah, that's true. What's
What's
going
up,
on,
Pat?
R. Dot?
What's
What's
going on,
going
Pat?
on?
What's
Oh,
going on, Joel?
long
Together,
time no
man.
see, my guy.
Oh
Right.
yeah, definitely.
Long time. I think this is what your second time on the show? What's going on,
Yeah,
bro?
man. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Everything's good. Everything's good.
we just got
Okay.
done over. We just got done over to Hit Squad. That's why I said long time no see.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But continue your thoughts, Joe.
If we get these guys back, you know what? Barkley's a difference maker. Andrew Thomas is the difference maker. Will we be able to pass the ball? We're going over the film review tonight, disturbing why we couldn't pass the ball, but why the run game was so effective. All right, we're going to look at plays where so we might be seeing lack of effort, and sometimes it's just a subtle little sign the defense will key on. Like, let's say a receiver's always coming up to the line of scrimmage and he's got his hands like this, ready to go. He's got his gloves on, they're fastened down, and he's ready to go. But if I see him come out and he's got his hands like this, his gloves are unstrapped, the Velcro's not tight, they're just on his hands because he needs someplace to put them, that tells me he's not running out there for a route. He's not ready to get the ball. Ball's not coming near me. Now, as a defender, I'm looking somewhere else. I mean, I'm going to cover this guy, but I'm not looking at him. Okay, something else is going on. I can signal that to my team. It's those little tiny things. I mean, does the lineman is his knuckles white when they're on the ground? Is he coming forward, or is he back on his heels like he's gonna? Is he gonna go back into coverage? You know who's coming and who's not. These guys watch hours and hours and hundreds of hours of film. It's all those little things that add up into one great big thing. And when Judge came in, I expected him to work on those little things. But we're going to see tonight what's going on and what's going on with this team right now. You know what? We won. I'm happy we
Yeah.
won. Don't get me wrong.
We still got a lot of things to work on. I plan on showing that tonight.
Exactly.
Zion, and then we're gonna get the R. Dot after you two guys. We might jump into some film or let a couple more people come on. But Zion, how you feeling about the Giants right now? Name some things that you like, some things that you don't like,
Eddie,
and just
James.
get into it,
Absolutely.
man.
What's up, Taj?
Tone,
First
Todd.
off,
Hey,
first off, shout out to
Yerp.
Sunday. What up, Taj? First off, shout out to Sunday. Shout out to Champ. Thank you for Sunday for dropping the links. Thank you, Champ, for holding down the chat. You know what I'm saying? I like that we're in a good place right now. If you think about it, I was talking to Ms. I believe it was a stream last night. We were just going over that every team around us in our division is kind of, obviously we see how the Cowboys, they're leading us by two games, you know what I'm saying? 3 games, if that, about 3 games. But the thing is,
Good evening, guys.
we've seen the Cowboys
What's going on,
collapse
Jeff?
before,
How you guys doing?
What's up, Jeff? What's up, Jeff? We've seen the Eagles are in the same position as us. We see the Redskins going, but to wrap all of that up, what I'm basically trying to say is, like, we're getting healthy while other teams have some injuries that's still concerning. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at our defense and the way we've been performing, over the last 3 weeks, that's night and day from the defense that showed up week 1, 2, and 3. If you continue to execute, which I believe we will, we'll be able to establish something, at least making a hope of a season. I'm not going to think about playoffs right now. I'm just thinking about the next game, one game at a time in Tampa. And I think getting a left tackle back in Andrew Thomas is going to just mean so much
Bless you.
for Daniel Jones. Bless you, Joe.
Bless you, Joel.
Thank
For a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback in Daniel Jones to just have trust in his left tackle, and that's going to mean a lot of things, because when you have trust in your blind side, that opens up a lot of things downfield. And I know people may look at it like, wow, left tackle cannot mean that much, but it does, because I want to get the ball to Toney too, champ. And I was yelling at the TV, this past week, the Oakland game, telling like, why don't we get Toney the ball, get Toney the ball, get Toney the ball? But we've seen how Oakland played us. Our offensive line did good, you know what I'm saying? Oakland didn't really have a good run defense, so the game plan was to run the ball. But just having Andrew Thomas can open up a little bit of more time for Toney and Galladay and our weapons to get open. That being said, I like where we are at right now. A whole different feeling where we was 3 weeks ago, getting smashed by the Rams. And going forward, I'm excited to see what we're going to break down tonight.
Luke, what's going on? Good stuff, Zion. I want to get
Good
to
evening,
Ardot
Lou.
to see what he thinks about the team going forward. We're going to get everybody's thoughts here on the panel. Lou, what's going on? We're going to go to Ardot, then we're going to go to Lou, Jeff, then Logan, and Taj. But Ardot, what you think about what's going on with the Giants so far? What you like, what you dislike, what you think we need to work on? Just give us your opinion on things, bro.
I mean, we're going into the bye, so time for us to get healthy. Rest it up. We got a big game ahead with Tampa Bay, and if we can get everybody back, that's the main thing. Is getting everybody back healthy, ready for this game. It's like Joe Judge says, and some of his press conferences and stuff. We try to go 1-0 every week. That's all we focused on, 1-0. Playoffs is one thing, but hey, 1-0. So Tampa Bay's coming up. I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as the run game is concerned. I want to see what's going to happen when Saquon gets back and how they're going to utilize both him and Booker. Because, I mean, if they can do a tag team like they do with Zeke and Pollard in Dallas, that's something that's probably – we see it. If they're able to do it and it works out well, hey, that's a 1-2 punch that's added on. Get Andrew Thomas back, protecting DJ's left side. Let's try to air the ball out, get it down the field, try to score more points. Let's aim for that 30. That's been so elusive for so long. Let's aim for that 30. But if everything can come together, offensive line continuing to work together, continuing to block as best as they possibly can. Hopefully that'll help out Jason Garrett to open up that playbook, take some shots, take some chances. That's what we want to see. So I'm looking forward to big and better things the second half after the bye come out. Let's just knock it out of the box. That's what I gotta say.
Cool. Lou, I know what you think, but let the fans know what you think. What you like, what you dislike, what you think we're gonna do in the second half of the season.
What I like is that we finally got some pass rush for the last couple of weeks. I like that we switched out Lorenzo Carter and O'Shane Zimenez, whether it was due to injury or due to just suckiness. I'm just glad that they off the field, and Roche and Ojulari are creating pressure. I'm anxious to see what this kid Edison Smith is going to be able to do. And believe it or not, the rumors that I was hearing about, that I made a video about Isaiah Wilson, Joe Judge actually commented on him yesterday. So look forward to that Tampa Bay game, seeing him make a debut out there on the right tackle.
Okay. Jeff, what
He
you
might
thinking,
not
man?
start, but he definitely will get some playing time.
I hope he does get some playing time, because I need to see what this kid has.
Hey, he can't be no worse than fucking Nate Solder or Perk.
All right, Jeff, what you thinking, bro?
A man that big should be able to occupy a little bit of space longer than Pert and fucking Solder. I'm just saying.
Well, first off, 11-6. 11-6.
Big
11 and
And,
6.
Back on my bullshit. Big
exactly.
facts. 11
What
and
I
6.
what I liked, one of the things I liked seeing, especially in that last game, is I liked the way the offensive line was showing better run blocking. I thought they did a much better job at the run blocking. So maybe that's something that we could be starting to see that could start progressing because of the fact that they're starting to get a little bit more cohesion together. So
Well,
maybe
the
they're
team that
starting
we
to read
played
each
sucked
other's.
against the run too, so you got to factor that.
Well,
in.
yeah, but I mean, it's some type of progress that we haven't seen all season. They actually showed some type of run blocking, and I like the way that Booker was hitting the hole down low. So if I actually I like the way that we can use. I like it that we should use Pollard, use the Giants, Barkley and Booker, just like the Saints even use Kamara and Ingram. And at the same time, we have to try to find a way to get the ball to Toney in more creative ways, whether it's out of the backfield. We got to try to get in the ball on simple
Just
routes.
stop trying to
Try to get
make
in the
him a
ball over the field.
quarterback, please. Can we
Exactly.
just get the man the ball in space?
And also the fact is, I want to see some of the guys that we've started to replace on defense, like Roche, like David Moa at times. We got to see Ojolari snaps go up. We're going to see Aaron Robinson snaps go up. We're going to see Edison Smith. I want to see what these young guys could do because the guys in front of them clearly weren't getting the job done. So I want to see these young guys get more playing time and see what they can bring to this defense because obviously we're starting to get a little bit of a pass rush now. I think the secondary is doing a very good job right now holding down their end of the bargain. I just got to see these guys start grabbing some more of those interceptions and start being a little bit better in open field tackling. But otherwise, that I can't complain that much
Now,
about the
to
defense.
Jaden the Champ's point, he's absolutely right. Tampa Bay secondary is their weak point. I believe
Yes.
that would be our best game plan would to be go out there gunslinging and test their weakness because Daniel Jones' strength is the deep ball. So I think Jason Garrett needs to get a fire under his ass, or he needs to get the play calling ability taken away from him and get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language, but this is a winnable game. Tom Brady is not the Tom Brady of old. He don't have Bill Belichick at the helm. Man, listen, I'm telling you, I bet you Tampa won't go to the Super Bowl.
They might not go to the Super Bowl.
Just
but Tom
because they won't go
Brady's
to the
still
Super
balling.
Bowl, Tom Brady's still balling, Lou.
I think if we can
But
find a
man,
way
I
to
didn't
contain
say he
that,
wasn't balling. I said he's not the Tom Brady of old.
if we can find a way to contain that pass rush on the Bucs defense, we can find a way to make
All we
plays on
have to
this
do
in that
is
defense.
create
We
a
got to
pass
contain.
rush.
We
Tom
got to
Brady
contain.
panics when he has pressure in his face. We proved it in 2 Super Bowls against him. Create pressure, move him off his mark, he'll make mistakes. And Adoree Jackson needs to earn some of that money. He's been better the last few weeks, but I need an interception from him. I need
So does
McKinney to pick
Bradbury.
up where he left off. I need Bradbury to step it up a little bit, and I need Logan Ryan to be a team captain out there on the field. Because if we test them deep and we keep scoring, then it's going to be a shootout, and they're going to feel like we got to go tit for tat. And our secondary is way stronger than their secondary. We should be able to win that battle.
Yeah, okay. Logan, what do you think so far? What you like, what you dislike, what you think we're gonna do?
Yeah, I want to continue to see pass rush like we've been seeing. It's been improved these last few weeks, but I want to continue to see it. The defense has got to step up a little bit more. They've been pretty good, but not as good as last year, in my opinion. I think this offensive line, I don't know what to think about the O-line, man. We got to get better at pass protection. I want to see some more creative play calling. That's about it. I'm happy with how the defense has been performing. I want to see a little bit more
Logan?
out of Pat Graham, but that's about it.
That is Logan.
Yes.
You changed your logo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did Nate.
Yep, Nate changed his too.
Nate, I
changed my name too.
Yep. Logan's Giant Zone now.
No, it's LGZ Productions.
Oh, LGZ Productions. My
LGZ
bad.
Productions. Okay.
I changed mine too.
Yeah. Everybody got new logos.
Well, everybody stepping their game up.
Right.
They're trying to. We're trying to.
But okay, after hearing all you guys' things, I'm actually very excited for the second half of the season. Not because I think we're gonna go 11-6. I truly believe we're gonna go either 8-9 or 9-8. But I get a chance to see what this team is actually made of in the second half of the season because we had some very winnable games. And I get to see these pieces going forward. Pieces like Ojolari, pieces like Roche, pieces like Aaron Robinson, Edison Smith, Daniel Jones, Kadarius Toney, Galladay. I get to evaluate this whole team because this team is finally going to be healthy coming out this bye week. Only person that might not be there is Riggs himself, Shepard.
Riggs!
Riggs!
I mean,
Sorry, Pat,
but-
you knew that was coming.
I want to see what this offense does with a healthy Andrew Thomas. I want to see Matt Pert at right tackle. I actually want to see Isaiah Wilson out there at tackle and guard to see what he can give us, see what he has. And this offense looked a lot better when Thomas is in there. So when Thomas gets back in there, I want to see the same results. I want to see Jason Garrett open up this playbook now that Dan Jones may have a little bit more time because of Andrew Thomas. I believe he gets his confidence back with that kid on the field. I want to evaluate Saquon Barkley. I want to see if this guy can stay healthy for more than 2 games. Let's say if he stays healthy and balls out the rest of the half of this season, that'll be good for us. I want to see what Evan Ingram can bring. I want to see if this new Evan Ingram is the correct Evan Ingram. I want to see because we're actually using him correctly the past couple of games. We're not trying to feature him in this offense, and we're trying to get him open in certain spots. You actually seen him going up the seam a couple of times. Even though they got him running the wrong route, but at least you had him going up the middle of the field testing that defense. I just want to see progress, man. I'm not going to go overboard. We're going 11-6. I do truly believe there's only 3 teams that actually beat us the second half of the season. That's the Buccaneers, Cowboys, and Chargers. I have confidence against the Cowboys and Chargers very well. And I also have confidence against the Buccaneers. I think we can beat these guys 24-21, 24-17, somewhere around that area. I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game because I believe our defense is actually for real. They played 3 good games in a row, and usually 3 games tells you exactly what's going on with your team when they turn it around. If you're holding teams to 13 points a game the last 3 games, that's pretty darn good, and we're getting turnovers in every game. And is Logan working in the post office?
I just texted him. He's dropping links.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'll let you know next Friday when I want to make my score predictions. Miami.
Yeah, that was ridiculous last night.
Oh man!
Yeah.
If you would have made that in Vegas, you'll be rich right now.
Oh,
Nobody
dude,
expected the doggone. Man, that was crazy, man. That game was awful last night.
Oh my, that was brutal.
But yeah, I mean, every Giants fan should be excited for the second half of the season, even though we're 3-6. Because we finally are going to get to evaluate this team the way we need to evaluate these teams, coaches, players, and all. We're going to be able to evaluate Jason Garrett to the fullest now because he's going to have a full roster of weapons. So we're going to get to see exactly what he got going on. We already know what the offensive line is about, but with Andrew Thomas in there, we're a lot better. So I'm just excited to get to evaluate this team going forward.
I really think if Andrew Thomas is able to come back against that Bucs game, that's going to open up a lot more for the offense because Daniel Jones is going to feel more trust in the pocket that they'll be able to open up that offense because he won't have to worry about his blind side.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel that strong that the offense will see a little bit more big plays than it was previously when he was out of the game. He's so huge to get back.
I want to ask a question to the panel. Who do you want to see most the second half of the season? Who do you want to evaluate the most the second half of the season?
Can I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get
I want to see McKinley, just because he was my.
Which one, the linebacker or the cornerback? I mean the safety.
The safety. Just because he was my player too. I
Oh,
remember in the off season we was talking about McKinley, and then he was just my player to watch, and then. He had bad games, he had good games, but he's just young. And I think he's a good player. He's showing to be good players. But for me, I want to see how he develops and if he can become a great player by the season's end.
I want to see
What's up,
Carter
Josh?
Coughlin. That's the one I want to see. I want to know what the hell he's doing. If he's not going to be able to play inside linebacker, stick his ass back on the line. He got pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that obviously is in a position where we like you look at our linebackers, you look at a lot of players and we don't know what we have yet. So I'll understand a player like Carter to see like we know what we have in McKinley. We want to see a player that we don't know that much about and see if he can bring something to the table, because obviously we're gonna get rid of X-Men and we're gonna get rid of Carter. So what can these other young guys do to step up? I can
Yeah.
totally see that point of view.
He's an X man, all right. He's
Then
gonna
you
be an
have
X giant. What he's gonna
on
be.
defense,
As,
my
as for
answer-
me, as for me, I mean, number one is going to be DJ no matter what. I want to see him progress. I want to see him succeed and make the best of all the weapons and everything coming back, to his benefit. As far as players, I want to see those two edge guys, man. Aziz, and I want to see Quincy Roche. I want to see how dominant these kids can get. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, please don't put O'Shane back on that field.
No.
As far as low C
Facts.
is concerned,
Mm.
I mean, I'm still like kind of out on him, but I want to see what Roche and I want to see what Ojolari can do. And if Ellison can come in and add to that spark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yep.
That's a bonus. But for right now, number one is DJ. Number two and three, well, number two really, Ojolari and Roche. Keep feeding these young dogs, man. They hungry. They want it.
Absolutely.
And
Yes, true.
speaking of feeding, my two guys that I want to see in the second half, Kenny Galladay. I want to see him start making those big plays, start acting like that number one receiver that we need,
I
start
think he's
making those big
underrated.
catches, start getting those touchdowns in the second half and be paid. Act like you a number one receiver and try to you're not going to live up to that contract, but live somewhat up to that contract. And I want to see Kadarius Toney. I want to see the ball in the hands of Kadarius Toney often going forward. I want to see this kid used in every single way in that offense. Occasionally, not often, but occasionally a trick play. But I want to see this kid get the ball in his hands and see what he can do. Those are my two guys.
Okay, what
Can
you
I
got,
just
Lou?
say something? Can
Go
I just
ahead,
say something
Zion.
real fast, Lou? My bad, I forget your name, homie. But to make a point, what homie was saying, like right now, I have like Michael Parsons leading in like defensive rookie of the year, but I want to see Aziz take that from him.
Yeah.
I want Aziz come out the second half of the season, and he's already proven himself, and what he's shown us is he can be that type of player as long as he wants to be that type of player. So I want to see him come out and have a good, excellent second half of the season.
Oh
He
yeah.
can go to-
Oh
To
yeah.
piggyback on that though, Michael Parsons is more of an all-around linebacker, whereas Aziz is
True.
more of a edge rusher. So that's kind of a hard comparison, but still, I would like to see him take that.
Mhm.
But no, for my two, I would have to say I want to see what Edison Smith brings to the table, because I think with his body type, he can be like an OCU Manura type dude, man. Like he can really be a game wrecker if they coach him up right and he trusts his instincts. That dude can be a game changer. So I really want to see if he can come in and create some chemistry with Roche and Ojolari, if they could rotate and still have a dominant pass rush no matter who's on the field. You know what I'm saying? And on offense, it would have to be John Ross. I want to see if John Ross can be the deep threat to take a safety out of the game to open up some space over the middle for Kadarius Toney or Evan Ingram or Kenny Galladay. You know what I'm saying? If John Ross, we all know he's a speedster. If he can be a factor that they have to worry about so that they have to bracket him or bring safety help over to him, that will create so much stuff in the slant game, in the option pass, in the screen game, up the seam for Evan Ingram or Rudolph, whoever. You know, that'd be a big factor if John Ross can take the roof off.
Big facts.
All right, so John Ross and Ellison Smith. Logan, what you got for me?
Yeah, I want to see a lot more of Aaron Robinson. I have a lot of hype for this dude coming out of US.
Oh, he a dog. We know he a dog.
Yeah. I think he could be a really good corner. I'm excited to see what he could do given the opportunity. I want to see him in the slot. Definitely, I think he has a lot of ability
So you want to see Aaron Robinson? Okay, Nate, what you got for me?
I want to see KT, man, get this opportunity, man. This is we have to
He
use this
said, "Who
dude.
you want to evaluate?" We already know KT a star. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to make an evaluation on? Like who you might still be on the fence on?
I'll Colin Johnson, give him opportunity because he could take a safety off because he's a tall dude. If it's a 50-50 ball, I know he's gonna come down with the ball, whoever's on him.
He's been
So
pretty reliable. True.
yeah, and then on the defense, probably take Crowder. To be honest,
Okay,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
that's a good
because
one.
we said last year he was first time round draft pick. He looked really good. This
Well,
year
he's playing Mike linebacker right now. He took Blake Martinez's spot, so he's out there all the time, number 48.
yeah.
Yeah, but you still need to get a good evaluation of him to see what you could do with him moving forward. Because if he turns out to be pretty damn good, you can have Mr. Irrelevant starting as a middle linebacker for your team if he shows out the second half of the
Crazy,
season,
ain't it?
and that
Yeah.
would be dope.
He just got to get a little better in coverage. He's already
Yes.
he's okay in the run, but he's got to get better in coverage.
Yeah. Taj, I forgot you came back. What you think, Taj?
Shit, I want to see the whole team evaluation all together, the offense and the defense. I mean, shit.
He's got a point, man. He's got a good point.
Hey,
you
you're
know,
right.
That's a real good point.
Nah, I can't
All
just
right.
like choose one player. Like, I want to see the whole team evaluate.
Taj had to come in here like Stephen A. Smith.
Right. Well, my offensive player is going to be a little weird for you guys, but I want to evaluate Matt Pert. I want to
That's
see
not
if Matt
weird.
Pert can play that right tackle position, because if he can
Can
play
agree
that
with
right
that.
tackle position, that helps us out a whole lot in the future and with draft.
Yes.
Because if you can hold down that right tackle position, you might not have to take a right tackle in the first round. You might just want to stay with getting the interior lineman in that first round and try to get another edge rusher. But then again, on my defensive side, I want to evaluate my three edge rushers, which is Ojulari, Edison Smith, and Quincy Roche. I got to see what I have with these three guys here. Because if you have those three guys and they're actually playing well and they're getting pressure consistently and you see they're progressing, that's going to be tremendous. Because say if we draft the edge rusher first, second round next year, you're going to have four young guys that you can count on to get back to that quarterback. And that's bringing back what we're used to. Because now if you got four good edge rushers, you can bring back the NASCAR package. You can have Roche line up at defensive tackle, Williams at the other defensive tackle, Roche and Edison Smith on the outside with a four-man pass rush. We could give Dexter
I
Lawrence.
was hoping that that's what we was going to end up doing. That's why I was excited when we had a Fadio Denebo. We picked up Aziz, and you know what I'm saying? I was kind of excited, hoping that that's what we was going to do, but didn't turn out that way.
If those three guys turned out to be pretty doggone good, look, we got Roche in the bargain bin. We got Ojulari, who was supposed to be a first round pick, almost in a down near in the third round, and we got Edison Smith in the fourth round. That's very good value for three good pass rushers. You see what I'm saying? Usually you have to spend big bucks in free agency or high first round picks to get edge rushers like that. But I just want to see those guys progress, because if those guys progress and become monsters, this whole defense changes. This whole defense goes with them with the pressure that they get.
Anybody should be replacing Danny Shelton, bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think I
There you
could
go.
rise that too.
I want
Could
to see
you
more
guys-
David. I agree with Eddie. I want to see more David Moa. Rather than
David
Shelton.
Moe is not bad at all.
Yeah,
No,
he's
he's
pretty
pretty
solid.
good. He's solid, dude.
Could you guys imagine? Could you imagine if Wilson and Pert were our starting guards?
That would be good.
That would
Daniel
be damn
Jones can't
phenomenal.
That's a lot of
Daniel
beef.
Jones is gonna have to get on his tiptoes to see.
Hey, that's fine. You know what? Get on your tiptoes, big guy.
So-
All right.
so let
you know
Dan
what?
Jones is
something.
6'5". You won't
Yeah.
have to do
If
that.
Nick Gates is able to come back, which I think he is,
Yeah.
do you put him back at right guard where he got hurt, or do you put him back at center? And
I
draft
put
a
him
guard?
back at guard if I draft that center from Iowa.
Yeah.
But
Funderburk.
don't
There you
draft that center or get the other center from North Carolina State because he's pretty good too. I think it's North Carolina State. I have to see. Then I put him back at center, and then I draft the interior lineman and the right tackle.
Well, we still have Brett Hagee from the Florida Gators on our practice squad.
Baby.
And then I
I
draft
thought we cut him. No, I thought we cut him.
What I miss?
Hey, Miss.
What's going on,
We
guys?
cut Jake Burton. We cut Jake Barton.
going on,
We
Miz?
kept Brett Hagee.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I forgot he was even on the team.
Yeah.
I thought we cut him.
Right.
but
People forgot about Beal until he got.
If Nick Gates comes back, which I believe he's in high spirits right now, I think he does come back. But we have to see him get some work in to see if he still got his lateral movement and everything with all those surgeries on that leg. But if he comes back full strength, man, having him at guard and then you draft you a center and then you get you a right tackle, this offensive line might turn into a strong point, especially if Isaiah Wilson
Harrison is
pans
gone.
out.
Oh,
Right.
Pat, you said that
Harrison is gone.
offensive tackle you said from North Carolina State, wherever.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a center, and then there's a tackle
That's
from. It's a center from I think North Carolina State. And then there's a tackle from North Carolina State. Man, there's so many tackles you can get in this draft coming up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not just
So
that.
if we don't get Evan Neal, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then we might actually have some pretty good depth behind that too. When you get like guys like Shane Lemieux back too, who could be a decent depth guard.
Right. So
we'd actually
I
have
mean,
a
and I
there.
forgot about Shane Lemieux coming back. I
Yeah.
forgot about him coming back. So going forward, that's why I want to see what Matt Pert does, because if Matt Pert turns out to be a good right tackle, that changes a lot. That changes a lot that you have to go in free agency and the draft. It changes a lot for your future if he pans out to be good. Because now you got both tackles.
And if Isaiah Wilson turns out to be good and we can rotate our offensive linemen and have fresh big guys in there that can block, whether it's first string or second string, then we'll be a real fucking problem.
Here's the thing, though. Right now, the guarantee right tackle is going to be the one in the draft. I'm sorry to say it. The guaranteed starting right tackle would be the one in the draft because right now, I'm sorry, Pert just. I know you guys love him, but man, watching him,
I would rather see Wilson
I
get a
just
shot.
want to see.
But
I want to
if
give him a
has that
shot.
right tackle.
But
Turner.
listen, he is valuable in the sense that if we do draft a tackle and Isaiah Wilson ends up being our backup, we can still trade him.
Yes, it is. That's what I brought up earlier. Yes, or trade Wilson if he's if
But he
we've
does
got.
deserve this year to be evaluated, at least the rest of this season.
Yeah. You can also keep him as a good swing
I think
tackle.
Wilson's going to have to get a lot more practice reps though before they put him in there. I don't see him playing against the
That's what I'm
Buccaneers.
excited about, Pat. Isaiah Wilson. I got a really good feeling about him. I guess it's a feeling is not really good enough, but that's all I can give you right now.
Nah, they speaking about him already. I told you there was rumors about Andrew Thomas taking him under his wing and working out with him and getting him back focused. And then Joe Judge was asked questions about him yesterday, and he said
he lost a lot of weight already.
Yeah, he's lost 30 pounds.
321.
Was he doing one-on-one drills too in practice?
He was doing one-on-one drills against the defensive line, and Joe Judge.
This kid out of college was something real. So if you get him back in football shape, we might have stole something.
I just.
You can play him at guard also, not tackle.
I
don't
just.
give a fuck where you put him.
I want
at. As long as
linemen,
he
man.
substitutes Purvis
If he's down to 321, they're planning on playing him at tackle. Because
all right,
if you want him at guard, they should let him keep a little bit of weight around like 330.
Then you put him at tackle. You put Corey Cunningham right.
And Isaiah Wilson like 321 now, something like that.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
You put him and Cunningham on one side, Hernandez and Thomas on the other, and try to bully up the damn middle.
I mean, God damn it. I mean, all the guys getting hurt. Why can't Solder sit out for about 3 or 4 games? Son of a.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry to think that way, but damn it.
He's already been sitting on the field. He's been sitting on the field after every single play.
Yeah, with his
Or he's
picketed
getting bull
basket
rushed.
spread all out and everything.
We've already said this.
Time.
I actually think you're going to see this kid Isaiah Wilson before you even think you're going to see him. I think he's going to start getting. He's already taking some practice reps with the starting line.
That's what I was going to ask. Is he taking practice reps? You can work one-on-one all day, but is he getting actual reps?
It's come out. He's a work in progress. So
I read he's been taking reps for the last week or two already, and now you have this 2 week with the bye. I'm telling you, I don't know if you'll see him in a Tampa game. You might see him come in and out because you remember last year Judge liked to rotate the O-line, and I think he wants to do that again.
I think he's going to play.
They play, man. Play because they can't get any worse. So please.
That's right there. If they can't get any worse than the guys they have right now, so why not throw him in there for a few plays, see how he does?
I think it's going to be a couple more weeks, but
that's what I'm saying. I haven't heard.
You don't see him in a Tampa game. You're going to see him in an Eagle game. I really do.
Hey Joe.
Now that's the game that we want to see him. That's the game.
The Eagle game, right?
Yeah, for the Eagle game. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
do what, Lou?
I said we play in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. Dude, I'm thinking like week 14, week 15.
Oh, nah, they ain't going to take
this guy's good in the run. Am I right, Pat? This guy's a pounder in the run game, and Garrett wants to pound that rock. You saw last week.
Garrett needs this. No, I don't even want to talk.
You imagine putting Isaiah Wilson in there, and he's going up against a guy like Fletcher
Cox. You're getting Barkley back, so now you got Barkley and Booker, man. You got a 1-2 punch.
If this was the 1600s, everybody would be marching to Jason Garrett's house with pitchforks and torches. That's all I'm saying.
I honestly don't think he's done a bad job. I actually think he won us the game last week, to be honest with you.
Joe Judge
had no choice.
Nah, man. Stop. You can't give credit when they win to Joe Judge and then blame Garrett when shit goes wrong. That's not the way it goes, Luke.
It's the entire offense. They're all to blame, including Daniel Jones. It's a collective thing.
Listen,
I
will say this, though, man.
Earlier in the stream, when you wasting plays trying to throw fade routes and shit in the red zone and nobody's getting the damn ball. His play calling is stupid. You keep trying to make Kadarius Toney a quarterback when he's your number one threat out there with the damn ball in his hand, but you trying to have him running in the backfield and shit. He does stupid shit, bro.
I agree with you with that fake end around. That shit's already old. I know.
Here's the thing that I don't understand in the red zone. Here's what I don't understand in the red zone. You have Colin Johnson, 6'6". You have Kyle Rudolph. Okay, Kyle Rudolph. I can't remember how tall he is.
6'6".
6'5".
6'5". Kenny Galladay, what he's like, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'4".
Are you seriously telling me that Jason Garrett can't say, you know what, Daniel Jones, hike the ball, send these guys out, throw up the ball, and let them go get it? That's not hard in the red zone. You have a 6'6" wide receiver. At the most, the DBs back there and the safeties are what? 6 feet, 6'1", maybe 6'2", but at the average of 6 feet. Come on, that's a no-brainer right there.
Especially in the red zone, man. Especially from 10 yards in.
And to add on that too, like
that's what we're saying about Jason
how much weekly football games do we watch where like second, third string tight ends that's not even equivalent to the players you just mentioned get touchdowns in the red zone?
Exactly.
Every week.
You know what I'm saying? Every week.
Hey, can we throw the ball downfield?
I didn't even know Zion was in here.
Hey, can we throw the ball downfield at least a few times and actually give our 50-50 big wide receiver Kenny Galladay a chance to make a catch? At least try once. That's why we signed him.
We throw it down the field once a game. The throw down the field was to Ingram for the touchdown. That's all you got last week.
You saw
it. Throw the ball to Galladay and let him go pluck it.
Purton Solder got smoked and Daniel fumbled the ball. You saw what happens when they went to try deep.
Strip sack from behind.
Listen, the Raiders front four, man. The Raiders front four is very strong. And they thought that Jones was going to be getting lit up and we were going to fumble the ball 3-4 times that game. We couldn't have it happen. So they went real conservative in the game and pound the rock up the middle. And you know what? It worked.
Damn, Skippy.
I got a question.
We kept running in the jumbo set
40 times.
Yeah, I got a question for Miz though. And you're right. You can't sit there and blame Jason Garrett for everything when it goes wrong. but then don't give him any credit when something goes right. You're exactly right about that. That's not fair at all.
No,
But
that's
I
not
will
fair.
ask
But
you.
if you watch White
I
Cup,
will
you see
ask
that he
Miz
took
this
over.
question. I will ask Miz this question. Do you think that Jason Garrett did that game plan on his own, or do you think Joe Judge was like, "Hey, look, run the damn ball"?
There you go.
Do you
Well, I
think that
think
happened?
they should be working together, right? I mean, I hope so.
Man,
Because if
Garrett
that
trying to get that
happens,
man fired so he can become head
I'm going
coach.
to tell you this much, man. I'm not going to. I think they both would have helped each other, but I'm going to tell you this much. Man, Jason Garrett is here because Joe Judge don't have a lot of experience as a head coach. And I'm telling you, as much as you're not going to like this, Jason Garrett is definitely playing a really much bigger role than anybody thinks. Joe Judge ain't got experience as a head coach, man. He's new to this. Garrett's probably pulling a lot of strings there.
I do agree with Miz. I think that's a big reason why Garrett was brought in because of the inexperience
Oh,
Judge
we all
has as
do.
head coach.
I think John Mara forced him down Edelman's throat as a backup if Judge didn't work, and nobody wanted him there but Mara. That's what I think.
No, I don't think he's a backup if he don't work because I don't think Judge is going anywhere. The thing is, he brought him in to help him because the guy has like 25 years, whatever amount of years it is, experience in the league. So yeah, he brought him in, and Garrett had a role in the Giants in the past. You know how Mara does things. He liked to bring people in that been here before that's connected to the organization. He didn't bring him in to steal his job. It was to help. Listen, Judge is being a head coach for the first time, and it's not like he's 50 years old. He's a kid. He really is a kid. He's 38 years old.
But
I'll
believe
say
that Garrett
this
is
to that.
sabotaging him to try to get his job.
No, I don't
I
think
hope
that's
not.
going on either. But
I like Judge.
I don't
I'll
think
be
that's
honest.
going on either, seriously. But that thought would have a little bit more merit if Joe Judge didn't have a year under his belt already. So now, with Joe Judge having a year underneath him, I believe he has his own groove, the way that he wants to coach his team. And I think Jason Garrett was brought here because he's really good with the organization, with the Maras. And at first, yes, they brought him here because he had the experience. But now, I think Jason Garrett is still here because of the Maras. Because I just don't see Joe Judge with these game plans are a little annoying. These game plans are a little annoying, and Joe Judge already got rid of Mark Colombo when Mark Colombo didn't agree to allow him to bring in another offensive line coach to coach up the line with him. And when Mark Colombo went off, Judge got rid of him just like that. So I don't see how Jason Garrett can still be here like that with the offense looking the way it has over the past 2 years without Joe Judge not saying anything to him. Only thing Joe Judge says about Jason Garrett is he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's here to stay. And that's all he has to say about it. He doesn't defend him really. I think all he can say is he's here to stay and I can't do anything.
Right, because his hands are tied.
Yeah, I really wonder if they look like they have absolutely no relationship at all. They're just working partners, and that's it. At least with Graham and Judge, you can see that. You can see that working relationship, and obviously that bond between the two of them. Garrett is just there. That's just it.
With Adam, see if Adam comes.
You can see Joe Judge and Patrick Graham.
And Jason Garrett is the only coach that Joe Judge didn't have a hand in bringing to the Giants.
Yep.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, Joe Judge had a hand in bringing them to here. The only coach he didn't was Jason Garrett, and we all know why, because that's Mara's boy.
And probably a big reason why Garrett was brought in, I think, is to raise Jones.
But he's not doing a good job because Daniel. Give me your fair evaluation of Daniel Jones so far. Do you truly believe that he could command this offense by himself? If Jason Garrett was here to bring him up, because when you say that, that means you're bringing him up to be a quarterback that changes things at the line of scrimmage, making constant audibles. He knows where people are being placed. He knows where the line should be blocking. Do you think that he knows that on the field, or do you think he's just running the play that he's told?
Probably running the play that he's told.
No, I think it could be. I think it could be somewhere in the middle.
I think it's a mix.
Yeah, because we've seen him with all his weapons healthy. command the offense and drive the offense down the field. So I'm looking at what you just say there, and I'm gonna say he can. But at the end of the day, like there's better ways to help him be that quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, is there anybody in the building who you think is just sitting there with Daniel Jones and just really coaching him up? Like, really just coaching him up to be the best that he could be?
No.
Do you see it in Daniel Jones' play? Do you
I
see
think
it
Garrett
in
is
his
the
play?
one, and he's probably not doing what 100% of your statement just was. He's probably not doing that.
Yeah.
Like sitting there one-on-one with him, like he kind of needs a little bit.
Like Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes. You can see that Andy Reid really worked with Patrick Mahomes before he got out there. Let's be honest. Even Lamar Jackson, he had a bad game last night, but you can see somebody's been working with Lamar Jackson personally, and he's getting better and better and better. Same thing with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has gotten better since he's been in the league, even though people still don't believe he's a starting quarterback, but he's gotten a lot better. Like, who's working with Daniel Jones and making him to be the best quarterback that he could be?
This
So
might
here's
be a
a question.
crazy thought. I was gonna say, like, this could be a crazy thought. Do you think maybe Mike Glennon has any hand in it, being a veteran in the league? Maybe he's helping him out.
What can Mike Glennon teach Daniel Jones
Mike Glennon?
right now? Besides, I don't even think Mike Glennon is a good reader of the
Mike
defense.
Glennon?
Oh, I mean, if you have a veteran
see-
quarterback in the league, that you can maybe give
Yeah.
him some pointers, give him some help. It's possible.
That's true. I mean, he might be able to give him some pointers here and there, but like, I don't know, man. I just don't see. I'm not gonna say I don't see any growth. I don't see it in his play to where somebody was like, okay, I can see somebody's been working with him on this.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Well,
I just
Let
think
me
it
go
was
back
out there.
to there's
probably
also
one of the coaches
the other
that-
side of this of that also is Giants really haven't done a good job helping this guy grow now, have they?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Plus the pieces around him are injured. He let's be honest, man. They have not done this guy justice with this O-line. They have not.
No. It's sort of the way that Eli ended his career. They didn't really do him justice at all with the O-line. It's been a mess.
Right. This guy is not Lamar Jackson where he don't need a great O-line. He's gonna create his own time and move around and shake people. That's not what he can't do that. He was meant to be a pocket passer, a tall guy with a big arm. And if you want that to work, and yes, that could still win you Super Bowls in this league, you gotta give him a pocket, man. And a run game. It don't gotta be the best run game, but you gotta have some sort of run game because he is so effective off the play action. I mean, we all know this.
And I think this kid is a pure pocket passer, and we're wanting this kid to be something that he's not. He just has speed, but he's not the type of quarterback that's elusive.
I agree with
Get
what
out the
Miz
pocket
said.
like a Russell Wilson or anything like that. So
I agree
Yeah.
with what Miz says in terms of the run game. I mean, what always helps out a young quarterback? A good run game. And we haven't had a consistent good run game in years.
Is Daniel Jones able to change the plays at the line? That's the question.
I've maybe seen him done it like 4 or 5 times my whole time watching Daniel Jones' career.
My
I
bad.
haven't
I'll be
seen
right
him be
back.
able to do that consistently. I haven't.
That's because they don't allow him to.
Well,
Like, Pat, they
I
don't
think the
give him
last time he did was it that play that he threw that touchdown in Washington to Darius Slayton in the corner. I think that was the only time, the last time I remember he actually made the play on his own and it wasn't Garrett's call.
They don't allow him to, man. But maybe because he's young. They don't
He
allow him.
audibled out of a few plays in that New Orleans game, and one of them was a touchdown.
Was that the touchdown? Yeah, I think the touchdown of John Ross was an audible too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Darius Slayton.
DJ's a good quarterback, man. He just needs an offensive line to give him enough time to make his progression.
And here's the thing, though, with
he
that,
needs a running game too.
Lou. Okay, what quarterback doesn't need an offensive line? Every quarterback needs.
Yes.
Got to have something there.
Every quarterback needs a good offensive line, and you need a consistent running game. It always helps you out.
And when your left tackle is trash, and your right tackle is trash, and your center is trash,
necklace
I mean,
on.
shit.
You know, let's look at how great of a career Andrew Luck would be having right now if he had somebody that blocked for him.
Due to inactivity.
Yeah, Andrew Luck was getting killed during his career.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
All
would have loved
right,
to have
you
a
guys
quick
want
Nelson.
to jump into the play?
Oh hell yeah! I've been waiting
Let's
for
do
this,
it.
baby.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I've been fired up for this all day. Like Christmas morning.
Well, hold on. Don't hold on, but I'm gonna bounce for a second. I'm staying in the chat.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
staying on the stream. I just gotta drop the mic for a second. It's all right.
All right,
My
fellas.
boy works at Fanny's.
All right. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the touchdown drives. I'm gonna show you some of the good and some of the bad, but I'm gonna show you the touchdown drive first. Make sure I got this on the right speed.
Blow that sucker right up.
All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody that's here too. And make sure if you haven't already, hit the like on the stream and make sure you sub up all these great content creators.
Oh, here's that heavy package we ran.
Yeah, see now this is the first play.
Rolled
Remember,
them out.
This should always be this should always be one of our first plays. Right here. This play to Rudolph or who I want to see Evan Ingram right here one time though.
Yes, 100%.
This play to Rudolph is pretty much going to work. That first play is always going to work that way. It should have been about 15 yards, but we got 9 yards on that play, so can't be mad at that. All right, here's another play here, the shotgun. Let this play run for you.
Their Solder
This
getting
is a
burnt,
screen.
which made Daniel Jones get rid of the ball fast.
Yeah, Solder
but it was
got
a screenplay.
beat the hell up.
Screenplay. I mean, we should always run plays like this as well because we're known to be a bad offensive line, right? So people are going to do this.
That should be a Saquon Barkley or
They're going
Kadarius
to pin
Toney
their
right
ears
there.
back. They're going to pin their ears back, and they're going to come to get Daniel Jones every time. He's not even thinking about a screen. None of these guys are. That's why the screen got off. Now, if we could get some better damn blocking from our linemen, maybe we could get a lot bigger play out of this.
Somebody just fell on their face on that play.
And guess who it is? His
Was that
name is
Solder?
Billy Price.
Oh, I'm not
Billy
surprised.
Price.
I was gonna say
Right.
Solder, but yeah.
Like, I don't understand how do you just run past somebody like that? That dude didn't even put a move or nothing on you. You just ran past him.
Oh my god, I just saw that.
If he blocks this guy, Booker goes to the outside, we get a first down. But hey,
Billy Price
it is
sucks.
Oh
what
my
it is.
God.
I'm tempted to tell
See,
everybody in
little
the chat
sudden
that
things
Billy
like
Price
that.
sucks.
Wait a minute.
Little
Wait a minute.
certain things
Before we
like
go,
that.
before we go any farther, I have got to ask you guys a serious friggin' question on this. How the hell could you guys sit in the goddamn film room with your teammates and you don't know damn well the coach is highlighting that? How the hell can you guys sit in the damn room, film room, the day after or whatever, and play like that? And I'm sorry, I'd be friggin' embarrassed and want to put my head between my legs.
Yeah.
How the hell are these guys doing this?
After this
I have no
game, Nate
clue.
Solder went out and had a picnic.
Oh my god.
We really did.
You guys know what I'm talking about. Locker rooms can
But-
be brutal.
But this is a good play call. You see, everybody just pins their ears back and go straight for our quarterback because they know our offensive line is terrible. Not him, or him. Look to see the screen coming. Nobody looked. So this is free reign. If he gets this block here, Booker is getting at least a first down.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he just whiffs. I don't understand. And I know if I point that out, you know Joe Judge is pointing that out in the film. You know he
Jesus.
is.
So,
It's so painful.
Am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle.
Right. So I actually love this formation right here. This is a formation where I would actually try to take a shot deep, but I'm a roll the play, and you're gonna tell me what Daniel Jones should have did right here.
Yeah, because that's a single high safety. Hell yeah. Take
Is
a
that
one-on-one.
Galladay on the bottom?
That's Colin Johnson. He hands it off to Booker. Booker gets about 5 yards right there. But I want to show you something here. We should run this again.
You should have kept it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that.
think when we run this the next game, if he keeps this ball, look at 91. He won't even pay paying attention.
Look at all that
Daniel
yard in
Jones
front
is
of him.
gone. Daniel Jones is gone.
Yeah, you got Colin Johnson in front.
Long as Colin Johnson continues to block right here, because he's not even paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones is gone.
Oh man, he had an open field too.
So I would come back. A smart offensive coordinator would come back to this formation and do.
And guess what we don't have?
I'm being nice. I'm being nice.
No, I'm not.
I know
He
you're
be
not.
doing it against
Play
he be
nice.
doing it against the division teams, but right here you got a rated team that doesn't know us at all. It would have been perfect.
Yeah,
Right.
he would've been
Absolutely.
gone. You tell me with this safety run up that way, because he still believes Booker has the ball, which he does, but he can't see Booker that has the ball. He's just going off what he sees up here. So he's still going to be running this way. By the time he knows Daniel Jones take off, he's probably going to be around here. And you're not catching Daniel Jones from behind. I'm sorry.
If he did the fake handoff, he's gone. I think he's gonna. I think he's taking it to the house.
The only player that can catch Daniel Jones from behind is
Yeah, a quarterback that could run 4.7. I mean, like you.
That looks like the play from Philly last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly what it would have been.
Exactly.
Exactly what it would have been.
And we know what happened in that play.
Hey.
Yeah.
But good play overall, though. We got 5 yards on the ground. Actually, I think we got the first down. Yes, we did. We got the first down. So this is a 3rd and 1 play. Again, the big formation.
3 tight end set.
Yep, he hands it off to Booker. This is that good run by Booker.
Yeah,
Saquon would have been gone.
If that was Saquon, he would have been gone.
Exactly. If this guy's number is 26 instead of whatever Booker number is,
28. Yeah,
28. 26 is going to the house. I'm sorry.
Let me see the
What
block.
everybody says. If he would have went through that hole, there's no way this guy's gonna catch him.
That's actually a nice job by Pear and Skura.
Nobody
Off
would be catching 26.
opening up that hole.
Yes, that was a very nice job by Pert and Sarah. Skura.
Matt Perry.
Skura. Pert, good block right there. Skura holding up. I think that's Rudolph and Ingram on that side.
Yeah, Rudolph had a couple of nice blocks this game too.
If that's Saquon Barkley, that's a touchdown. That's why we need our weapons. That's why we need our weapons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's another first down play. Now, after running this play, Daniel Jones scrambles out. He gets some yardage.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones gets some yardage. But do you think that was the right play right there?
No.
I don't see anybody open.
Okay.
I see a one-on-one on the top.
Right there, right? Stop it right here. All he has to do is move up in the pocket a little bit because they're told to push them to the outside where Daniel Jones can step up. You see this huge lane right here. Guess who's open? That's Kadarius Toney.
Yep.
JT.
That's who I saw.
So Daniel Jones got what, 7 yards? I think Kadarius Toney gets about 10, 15 yards here.
Mm-hmm.
You throwing the ball, he's running the wrong way. Even if so, he tries to turn around. He's blocked. He's not catching him. He's blocked. He's blocked. I think Kadarius Toney gets about 15, 20 yards.
Wow, I can't believe DJ missed that.
You see what I'm saying? Little things
DJ's
like
missed
that.
a few of those. He misses those at times in games.
I
Like
can't
little
believe
things
he
like
missed that.
Well, look, every quarterback misses throws sometimes where they don't see
Right.
Yeah, every quarterback
Every
misses throws like
quarterback,
that.
including Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Favre, all
Nobody
of them.
perfect.
We could
You
pick
can't-
them
you can't
apart
see the
too.
whole field
They
like
just
that.
try to make a play of their own.
But we have to make the plays when they're available.
Facts.
All he had
I
to
don't-
do was take a little hitch up and just hit Kadarius Toney right here and watch him work. But he still
Well,
made a good play out of it. He still got 8
He
yards
did,
out
but
of it.
you know what? Damn it, the guy's constantly running for his life. What confidence does DJ have right now?
Yeah,
When
but
you
got
got no
King.
confidence, you miss
if you're an
plays like
NFL
that.
quarterback right here, Joe, you already seen these guys past you.
Pat, when you got
already
no
know that all you have to
confidence,
do
it
is step
affects
up.
you. You know that.
Oh shoot! Look at the end of the
Confidence
play. You
doesn't
got
matter.
Kadarius Toney standing.
Confidence
He's
doesn't
jumping down
matter?
him.
Right in front. Confidence doesn't matter on this situation right
He's
here. You
wide
already passed him.
open, Joel. He's wide
You
open.
already passed him. You already know what you're finna do. You already knows he's finna step up. And so he stepped up.
If anything, he should have gotten rid of that ball right there.
Yeah.
Right when he sees
Should have
Tony
got rid
breaking
of
up
it right
over the
there
middle,
because
you get that
Kadarius
ball
Toney
out.
was open.
You get that ball out immediately.
He stepped up right there.
As soon as he sees
So-
that line,
Right there.
So that
should-
defensive, if he cocked his arm right back there, that defensive end might have caused a fucking a forced fumble. Sorry for swearing.
Unless he stretch Armstrong, Joe,
Watch,
there's no
watch,
way he's going to
watch,
stretch out
play
and
it
grab
back.
his arm.
as
Play it back
soon
just
as
a little
he,
bit.
as soon as you see that linebacker bite, you gotta throw it.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
right.
how close this guy comes
That's right.
to him right here. If he throws the ball now, that he might have had his arm hit. That might have
Here,
been a turnover.
No way. No
Yeah,
way
it
his
might have
arm
been a
gets hit.
turnover. I mean, if you want to
No
go
way his
fists and
arm
butts,
gets hit right here, Joe.
you
First of all, he's being pushed in
no,
his back.
not
There's
right
no
there.
way.
He's stepping forward, but when his back foot was back and that guy was
Joe,
right
that's
there.
when you're supposed to throw the ball. When you
Pat,
step
Yeah, exactly.
Look at
You're
this.
telling me
Look
this
at
guy
this.
couldn't hit his arm right there. You're
No,
telling
he
me he
couldn't.
couldn't. If his
I
hand
Unless
is
understand.
Daniel
back,
Jones,
Oh,
unless
look at
Daniel
this on the
Jones
middle.
releases super slow, which is not. Daniel Jones has a very fast
As
release.
soon
okay, okay,
Question.
soon as-
Question. Hold up.
okay.
Question.
okay.
What
But this
hat
is not.
is that? Who is that guarding that man?
Snake Soldier.
Is that Nate Solder on him?
Yeah, so
I think it's
on the
him or
right.
Hernandez. I'm not
I'd have
sure.
been scared to lift my arm up with the ball too.
Yeah, look at this. Okay.
Either one.
As soon as
You know,
you see this line,
He's
as soon as you
feeling
see this
pressure.
line-
I can see if you're talking about throwing.
He's
it
feeling
right here.
pressure right now.
He's
Yes.
feeling pressure right here. Okay, so he
Yo.
felt the pressure and he stepped.
Move
When he
up
stepped
and throw
up
it.
right there,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
when
you
he
know
stepped
what?
up right there,
Now
there's no
you're asking
pressure
him-
around you.
You're
There's
you're
no
asking
pressure.
him to throw across his body.
How? He's standing right there. in front
Hold
of
up,
him.
hold up. Can I see something?
No, as
can
soon
you-
as
can you
that
rewind the clip?
linebacker bites.
Oh my God.
As soon as that linebacker bites.
Hold
throw
on,
the damn
Pat.
ball.
Can you zoom
Hold on.
into Jones and
I don't think
those
I don't
two
think he
players?
sees Tony, because the thing is too. I think that if you rewind the play,
Yeah,
you
he's
see him
looking
take
down.
his eyes off of Tony, and he's looking at the receiver on the 30-yard line by the
That's
30.
the
number.
thing we're trying to
And-
say.
I think he's
If
looking
you
at you
step
at the
up-
top.
Absolutely, if you step up, he's gonna see him, and that's
He's locked up into the two left receivers. He's locked on both left receivers.
Yep.
That's what.
And that's what
He's
we're
in
trying
on
to
Tony.
say, that he
Absolutely.
needs,
He's gotta scan
needs
the
to
field.
look around a little bit more.
He needs
Yep.
to
You
go
step
through
up
his
in the
progressions.
pocket. Your first eye should be right here in the middle of this field.
Yep.
This is what
Yep.
you should be looking at right here, right in front of you.
I hate to
Especially
say
if
it.
those linebackers there have their back to him.
Right.
As
You
soon as
know
that linebacker.
that's an easy
Okay.
pass.
You got it.
These guys up here are bottled up from the beginning.
As
Bottom
soon as that
line, it's a
linebacker.
play
You see that
that
this
was
is
left on the
bottom.
field.
He's
Bottom
looking
Right there,
right.
boom. Right there, you hit Tony between the hashes.
Right.
Bottom
He's
line.
looking right here. Okay, I give him that. He's looking right here. Now you feel the pressure. Okay, cool. Now you step up. The pressure's gone. So you can't say,
Man,
"Oh,
that's
my
crazy.
confidence."
The pressure's
my confidence-
gone.
Yeah, the pressure's
Pressure's
gone.
gone.
Where's the pressure?
He's right.
Yeah,
He's
Right in
right.
front of him.
Right there.
Yeah,
Tony's
one
got-
guy in
Tony's
front.
got to
That's
step
it.
up.
He's going
Tony's
up.
got to. Jones is
Oh
going to
my
step
God!
up,
Let's yell louder.
roll
Nah.
over to the right, and hit that play.
No.
He's gotta hit that play.
Listen. The second that defender on the 30 turns and runs downfield, you hit Tony. He's picking up about another 15 yards.
Pat, can you circle that one linebacker?
I'm talking about him right here.
Yeah,
Yes.
as soon as that.
The
as
second
soon
that
as-
guy turn around, you gotta hit Tony.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, Daniel Jones' mindset at that point, because we see the one guy in front of him right there. Boom! His mindset is, I'm winning the ball. If I can't get it to the guy on the 30, then 30
And
number.
that's
You know?
why I
So-
say that Daniel Jones has to level up a little bit.
Well,
Because
yeah, of
any
course.
decent quarterback right here is going to hit him. Any
But
decent
again,
quarterback.
I
You're not
believe-
worried about this guy because he's nowhere near you.
But I
He's
believe
nowhere
that goes
near you.
back to what you said a few weeks ago. He's a robot. And I think that they told
That
him, look, if
malfunction.
you don't see it, step up and take it and get the yards. because they, like you said, they don't. I don't think that he has the ability to check out of many plays. I don't think they have that much confidence in him to where he has the command of the team like that on the field. And they probably told him, look, we need 5-6 yards out of this. If you don't see it immediately, step up and take what you can with your feet. So he's probably, like you said a few weeks ago, just doing exactly as he's told, not being creative enough. So I agree with you. He does need to level up. But this team as a whole needs to level up. And I think that's what we're in the process of witnessing them do right now. And I expect them to come out of the bye and win the next 8 games because I'm back to my bullshit.
I expect my franchise quarterback pick number 6 overall.
Facts.
I understand that his tackles are bad, but when he does this, they're washed, they're done.
Yeah, they've been moved around you.
They've been moved around.
Yep.
Those 2 sorry ass tackles actually did their job. This guy right here,
you gotta hit that guy in the middle.
Is looking right at you.
Yep. Hold on.
And his name is Kadarius Toney, the biggest weapon you have on this team right now because Saquon Barkley is hurt. You got to look for this man. He's out of position. He's getting nowhere near him. He's worried about this receiver. This receiver can block him. Who knows what can happen if you get the ball to him right here?
As soon as you see that linebacker turn, you got to throw.
Probably would have been a first down because he could break tackle.
It would have been a first down at least.
I'm telling
it would have been more than a first down.
They defense
at least the 20, at least.
Take it to the half.
That's at least to the 20.
Take it to the half.
Yeah, maybe more, maybe even 15.
Well,
So
let's look at it another way. Nobody saw that play open when we first saw it, and now we're sitting back here nitpicking it.
Yeah,
okay.
Because you guys are Sunday drivers. That's.
But look at the guy.
Yeah,
look at that. Look at a defensive lineman that's standing right in his face right there. I think that's what prevented him from throwing that ball.
Yep.
And made him take off because that guy's standing right in front of him. After he missed him.
Yeah. After he missed him, that ball should have went to Toney right here. When he started moving up, all he had to do was throw it a little bit to Toney.
Yeah,
Toney would have caught it right here in this area. His linebacker's gone.
About Eli Manning, and they can say all the shit about he finished 500, but Eli Manning was one of the best at getting that ball out of his hands immediately.
And checking it down, too.
If that was Eli Manning, he would have made
We had no offensive line. So
Eli Manning also had a great O-line.
Right, and when you have no offensive line, you have to get that ball to the first man you see that has some space that you think can do something with the ball. And Eli Manning, regardless of the shitty offensive line he had for his last 5 to 7 seasons, he get that ball out of his hands in under 3 seconds every damn time.
You think Eli doesn't step up and throw it to Toney right here?
Damn right he does.
Yeah, he does.
Hold on. Is this play before or after Jones had the strip fumble in this game?
This is before.
This is the first drive.
This is before. This is
the first drive. They scored a touchdown.
Then he should have hit Toney.
You can't say that he was bugged out because he got strip fumbled earlier because this is before the strip fumble.
Right.
You got to have your franchise quarterback make easy, simple plays like this. This is simple.
Yeah,
You're not asking him to try to throw a dart right here between these 2 guys to the tight end, although there's a few quarterbacks that could have got it in there. There's a few quarterbacks in the league that could have got it in there. I promise you they could have. But every elite quarterback, they hit this guy right here. You don't even got to be elite. You could be halfway through the league. I bet you Dak Prescott throws it to him right here. I bet you he does.
Taylor Heineke makes that throw.
Fuck that Prescott.
I bet you Tyler Heineke makes the throw right here to him too.
The good quarterbacks make that play. He's got to step up.
I
See him
think
over the
Glenn
middle
would
and
have
make
threw
the
it
play.
to him right here.
Now let's start breaking down their film. I don't think you're going to see exactly what you guys are talking about.
Fuck that Prescott. Giants go 11-6.
Next play.
I mean, you got Kadarius Toney is jumping down there at the bottom of that screen. He is literally jumping.
Miz.
What?
What's going on, buddy?
I'm not going 11-6, you maniac.
11-6, bro.
All right. Here's
So,
the
Miz,
touchdown
we
play.
go 11-6.
Yeah,
In the
it's the
second half of
touchdown
the
play.
season,
Now
look,
that's a great
in
read.
the second half of the
Yeah, that was a
season,
great read right there.
I'm not saying for the whole season, but for the second half of the season, we'll have the number one defense in the NFL. For the last 8 games of
I
the
can
season,
see
we
that.
will have the
That I
number
can
one
see.
defense.
That's
in the
possible. This is a great play call and a
Now, this
great
play
is
right
play
here,
actually-
Ingram.
this
This
is
is a
out of
good
a
route.
big set with a 2 receiver set, and the Raiders just got caught in a bad defense.
And by
They
the
were
end of
looking
the
at that
season,
run.
by the end of the
But the play
season,
action,
we'll be number 2 in turnover differential.
all
Sorry,
right,
go
with
ahead,
the play action right there.
Actually, a good
Double
route.
team here. Hernandez actually had a very good block. Purd is not giving up the goods just yet. And these guys here are holding up the middle here. This is actually good route concepts because if he didn't have Ingram right here, he could have hit Rudolph right here. It was actually good route concepts. And then Penny actually came off his block, and he would have been wide open too. But Daniel Jones read the one-on-one out here because this safety went with the inside receiver, and he put it in a good spot.
Pause right there. Pause right there, Pat. If you notice, we have nothing on the left side of the field. We cut ourselves into just half of the field on that play.
Yeah, because the way to play, we were running a big set. We were running out of big sets. So this is actually pretty doggone smart. They ran a play action out of this. You put 2 receivers to this side.
Jumbo
You
set.
do a post, and you do outside route with
Looks like that was Galladay.
Evan Ingram. That was
I think it was
that's either
Galladay.
Johnson. Yeah, that's Galladay.
Let's get it.
Because the safety
that's
went over
Galladay.
towards him, so I guess they
So
were.
the safety is
he was
going to
gonna
stay
go
with
slant.
Galladay because you do not want one-on-one with Galladay going in the middle of the field because all you got to do is throw it up to him. The single high safety stays with Galladay. And you get the one-on-one with Evan Ingram to the outside. And that cornerback took a wrong angle, jumps up over his head and grabs it. So that was a very good play right there. Very good play call. Used our run game to the advantage. Now here's a strip sack, I do believe.
The fumble.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh my God.
Got to move up, DJ.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Right.
Man, Matt Parrott.
Solder and Parrott got beat right here.
Oh
Just
my
Parrott
Yeah,
got
God.
beat a little
Soder and
faster.
Parrott both got beat.
Oh.
Solder got spun off.
That's as
now-
ugly as you can get.
Now, what do you blame right here? Do you blame? I know you blame your offensive lineman, but do you give Daniel Jones a little flack right here too?
I do. I give Daniel Jones some flack.
And
I should've stepped up.
Do you think Daniel Jones has enough speed to break it and try to get right here?
He
Yes.
I was watching.
Yes.
Yes.
If he feels that Matt Pert is getting beat, where do you think he should feel Matt Pert getting beat?
When I was
right off the ball being
Right there.
right
when
there.
I was watching.
Once
When
he
I was
starts
watching
going on the outside.
When I was
Now,
watching
Joe,
the
you said. Oh, go ahead. Look, finish what you're saying real quick, and then I'm gonna talk.
No, it's fine. I was just saying, I watched the up close clip. When I watched this, he didn't even have the ball cocked back yet. He literally just dropped it. I saw it. I saw the highlight.
So if you don't have no faith in your right or left tackles because they are trash, and they are trash, do you think that you start stepping up immediately?
Right.
Yes.
Or do you think that Dan Jones' awareness is a little bit off right here, Joe?
Who the hell's not going to get sacked on that play? Who's not? When your left tackle gets beat that fast, who's not getting sacked?
That's not the question.
That's not the question.
What he was saying was, do you think that his awareness, bottom line, Daniel Jones's awareness is equivalent to Eli Manning's face?
Yep.
Man, I don't think there's a quarterback in the league that has that kind of awareness. I mean,
he used to stand on the
he just gets back to his drop, and the guy's going to be right there in 1.6 seconds.
So you
0.16
don't think
seconds.
Tom Brady gets out of this right here?
No, I don't.
Are you
I don't
sure?
think-
I've
yeah.
seen Tom Brady get out of worse.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, slow ass Tom Brady getting out of there.
Tom Brady's going to take about 2 hitches up and take about 2 hitches to the right. Unless only way he'll get sacked is by this guy here because he spins off Nate.
Pat, do you think if he stepped
I've
up,
seen Russell Wilson do it
No.
150
That's the
times.
I've
one
seen
thing
Russell
Jones
Wilson get out of
struggled
a
with.
whole lot worse.
Pat, do you
You
think
know
if he
what?
stepped up on the left side and maybe if he took a couple of steps up, he could have maybe thrown the ball deep to the guy on the left side?
You're
Try the
talking
one
about a
up.
play?
defensive
Nobody's
end.
going deep. Nobody's
going deep.
open
If
except
he
the only
slides to
person.
his left, he's got the whole field.
You guys are breaking this down way too fine. That's a defensive
think-
end with 4.6 speed. You know what? And he's not even getting stopped right here.
Okay,
All right.
You
so
step up
Yo,
and to the left.
because he's out of his break right
You're
here.
looking at 0.16 seconds before where you stop it. He's there.
He's out of his backdrop right here. You
step
don't
up and
think
slide
Tom
to the
Brady?
left.
Right there.
You don't
Look at how
Right
fast
there.
is he going to
Right-
close that gap?
Right there, you step up and slide to your left 2 steps.
There ain't a quarterback in the league that's not going to get sacked right there.
I've
They're
seen
not
Russell
getting
Wilson
out of
do
it.
that. I've
No,
seen
hey,
Russell
I-
Wilson break out of worse than this.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Lamar Jackson,
No, I'm not full of
Josh
shit.
Allen. There's a lot of quarterbacks that can get out of this. I think absolutely 100%.
Get outta
he
here.
should-
If he
Yeah, but
pulls
those
the
are
ball
guys
down
that
right
know-
now, if
like
he pulls the ball
Kyler
down
Murray.
right now and
But at
runs
the end of the day-
diagonally, if he pulls the ball down right now and runs diagonally between them
He's
two
out of there.
linemen,
I think
But
Tom Brady.
I-
I think Tom Brady would have got sacked by Max Crosby right here because he would have came up in the pocket to try. But Tom Brady would have been right here
True.
in that pocket. Tom Brady would have been. I'll show you what Tom Brady would have been.
Oh,
Tom Brady would have started moving.
Hey,
I'll tell you when Tom Brady would have started moving. Right here. Tom
I
Brady.
wish
would
I
have
could
started
read
hitching
minds.
up right here.
yo, man.
I think Lamar Jackson gets out of there.
Yeah, Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson
Lamar
definitely
Jackson.
gets out of there. He's
well, they didn't
different.
last
Lamar
night.
Jackson.
Man,
Oh yeah, good point there,
Okay,
Joel.
one game.
Good point.
Lamar
One game,
Jackson
Joe.
didn't get
When
out of
we
it
come
last
out-
night at all.
And he
we
knew
can
it was
get out
coming.
of there
Bye.
sometimes.
Knew it was
We
coming.
beat Tampa
Couldn't
Bay.
avoid
I
it.
think
After we
Tom
beat
Brady
Tampa
gets
Bay,
right
will you
here.
believe?
I already believe.
You had the most mobile quarterback in the NFL in Lamar. He couldn't get out of it
Well,
last
you just
night.
told
You're
me
telling me
they're
that
not
Tom
going-
Brady's
you
going to
just
get
told me
out of
they're
that?
not going 11 and
Lamar
6
Jackson was
anymore.
getting zero blitz
So I'm
last night.
asking
This
you-
is
That's not a
Four
zero
minutes.
blitz. The
And
lineman
stomp a
barely
mud hole
touches
in
him.
his- in Tampa Bay's ass.
The guy
So
is
Miz
back
is a
there.
believer in the 11 and
Joe.
6.
Bang.
Miami
Hold
was
on.
blitzing.
We're having
6
three different
times.
conversations at once.
Yeah, guys, one conversation at a time.
Hey, you shut up. You're
Yeah,
the
y'all gotta
youngest
talk one
person
at a
on the
time.
stream. You can't give no orders to nobody.
Look, I'm speaking right now. Look, there's 6 people. They was sending 6 people at Lamar Jackson last night. They made sure, and they had a spy on Lamar Jackson. This is not 6 people blitzing with a spy. This is only a 4-man line. I understand these tackles are trash, but you don't think Tom Brady is right here inside this pocket, right here, by the time this lineman is trying to get and do the strip sack? You're crazy. And mentioned so bad, this is Gronkowski. He might be able to throw this over this dude's head and get Gronkowski right here in this area.
Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Kyler
You see where
Murray,
that tight end
they
broke
all
open
would have
right
stepped
there?
up and slid to the left and took that whole side of the field.
That makes me. Let me make my point real fast because I keep on getting interrupted, and then we can move
Yeah,
on
I
to
know
the
how
next
you
play,
feel,
please. I think the reason why, 100%, he should have been more mobile. Should have stepped up. Tom Brady would have stepped up. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, we've seen it. Quarterbacks before. One thing too, why he didn't take off right now is because he has his eyes locked in to that receiver in the middle of the field trying to break his route. If he stepped up, maybe he could have hit him. But right now, he's locked in. He's not taking off. He doesn't see that because he has his eyes locked into the middle of the receiver, and that's why he takes the sack.
So to Pat's point, if we know that our offensive line is trash, stop trying to do a 5-step drop, step back twice, step back up, and get rid of the damn ball.
Absolutely.
That's
His pocket
all I'm
awareness is
saying.
very questionable.
Bro,
Nobody
this
said
guy
it
is
was
not,
huh?
he's not Murray and Jackson and Brady. He's not those guys. So why do you expect him
No,
to?
but we're not telling him to run
We're
the
not
ball.
saying
What
to
we're
be
saying
Lamar
is,
Jackson or
if the
anybody.
play
We're just saying
design is,
step
if
up in
the
the
play
pocket.
design
At
is a
least-
Plus, he's only in the
step
league
up.
for what? 3 years?
Step up.
if the play design is a
Okay, Lamar
5-step
Jackson's
drop,
only
but
been
you
in the
know
league
that the
4.
offensive
You
line is
know-
trash and you don't got time to make that 5-step drop, then you make the in-game adjustment using your awareness and your common sense, and you say, okay, this play calls for a 5-step drop, but I don't have time for 5, so I'm gonna step 3 and then get rid of this damn ball. That's all we saying. His awareness needs to step up so he can feel that pressure when it's there and get rid of the ball before a boneheaded play or a sack.
Awareness been his
I
problem.
wouldn't have.
That's
I wouldn't
all
have.
I'm not saying
no
he should have broke the
confidence in
pocket
this
and ran for
low
50
line.
yards.
I wouldn't have as a quarterback. I wouldn't step up into this line ever.
Nobody's blaming Daniel Jones for everything right here. All we're saying is, can you have a little bit more
You got
awareness
at
and
least
step
step
up?
up.
No, he's been
And
decent
step
at
up.
least.
Oh
He's
man,
been at
step
least
up into
decent.
what, man? Step up into a torn ACL? What do you want him to
What are
step
you
up into?
talking
bro?
about?
Don't do that.
Nobody's.
Don't do that.
Hey,
Don't.
let's go.
This
to
O
that.
line sucks. You said it yourself, Pat. You got a center that don't belong in the
What
league.
does that have to do with
And
your
Daniel
quarterback
Jones,
being
in
able to step up?
Mrs. point,
don't have
Daniel Jones
confidence
is
in
looking
stepping
at
up.
that center like I'm not confident you're gonna. As soon as I step back, that guy's gonna break that tackle and tackle me. So I'm not stepping up because I don't think you're gonna hold that block
Right.
long enough for a second
Okay,
for me to step
so
up. That's I think.
and so at least protect the ball then.
I think it's just
Don't get strip sacked.
Well,
all
that's
the
on
time
his
then.
mind also, Pat. They
Mhm.
probably got the coaches calling
Okay,
that all the
well,
time. Protect the
everybody
ball.
keep
Protect the
babying this
ball.
dude, and I promise you, he's never
I-
gonna turn
I-
into
I
the
just
quarterback
think-
you want him to be.
I just
Show
think
us
his
the next
pocket
play,
He
awareness
Pat.
is
needs
very
criticism
questionable.
too.
He
Show us the next play,
panics.
Pat. Show us
Yeah,
the
you're
next
right.
play,
He does
Pat.
need he does need criticism. You're right about that. But you
That's
also
bullshit.
remember
That's
in the back
bullshit.
of
If
his
you're gonna
mind.
criticize everybody else, he needs to be able to step up in the damn pocket, knowing that this tackle is trash right here. Elite quarterbacks, they step up in his pocket and maybe hit him. I bet you Aaron Rodgers steps up in his pocket right here and hits this tight end. I guarantee you he does it. Every time I've seen him do it too many times. I've seen Tom Brady do it too many times. Shit, Drew Brees. I've
Oh,
seen him do
maybe
it
he
too
will,
many
Pat.
times.
I've
Maybe he
seen
will.
Taylor Heineke make that
But
play.
don't sit here and tell me, oh, the offensive line sucks. That's why he keeps no. I know
Pat.
the offensive line sucks,
But
but he
that's
can
what we were
step up and he
saying.
can make
Because
things
they
better
suck.
for his
Don't
team
make a
as well.
5-step drop. Make a 3-step drop.
Okay, well, here's the problem with that, Lou,
Yeah, make a
because all the
3-step
receivers
drop.
are on a 5-step drop timing route. How the hell are you going to change that right now?
Because
Oh,
you're the
sweet.
quarterback and you're
Three-step
calling
drop.
the play. So you
A
tell them,
three-step
hey,
drop, you're
look,
not seeing nobody. Okay, you take a three-step drop, you're not seeing nobody down
but
the
you're the
field.
quarterback. So you're the one huddling up and calling the plays. So you tell them, hey, we're calling this play, but instead of a 5-step drop, I'm gonna do a 3-step drop because we don't have time. So
And
run
see
your
who-
routes early.
Yeah.
And what are you seeing? When you
Can I
do
ask a question?
When
Alright,
you do
so
a
Go ahead,
three-step
Zion.
drop, right? You know what you're gonna see? The center's ass. How about
Yeah,
that?
I have a question. To
Shit.
at
You see
Pat
in the
and
center's ass anyway.
at Pat and Lou, I'm kind of looking at it this way. Like the fact of the matter is, this guy been in the league for 3 years. If he was picked in the 5th round, we wouldn't be evaluating him like this. But being that he's been in the league for 3 years and he's a 6th pick overall, and we're tired of making excuses for him, is that why you guys are, I wouldn't say nitpicking, but really taking a deep dive into his movement? Because we need to see some type of development if
We're
you're ever going to
nitpicking
amount to anybody
because it's
of a
the
I
franchise
player.
quarterback.
wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn if this was Mike Glennon right here.
Gotcha,
If I see something like this, you're an NFL quarterback.
You want to see him step up.
I want to see
sorry.
him step up.
I'm sorry if you really want to be, if he wants to be known as one of the better quarterbacks, he's got to step up. And if at least if there's nothing there, try to get rid of the ball.
And then it misses point, and it comes down to he
His
doesn't
pocket
have
awareness is
confidence
terrible.
in his offensive line, so he can't step up into a sense. And Joe's point too is like he has no confidence. So if he steps up, like they'll get in there immediately. So how is he supposed to do anything if he has no
So you
confidence?
mean to tell?
So I'm seeing both.
Hold on. You mean to tell me a guy that is as fearless as Daniel Jones is when he runs outside this pocket, running into defensive tackles that are 320 pounds,
Yeah, he be doing
running them over.
That's why it's so frustrating.
You mean to
Because
tell me
do that.
now all of a sudden he's scared to step up right here and throw the ball?
That's what makes it so frustrating.
diving down between two
because he
defenders. He
has
does
these games where he's going out there on top of the world, running through everybody, getting a damn concussion, putting his career on the line, and then we have plays where he's just a robot. I feel the pain.
That's weird, bro. Like
Zion
Now all of a
literally,
sudden, he's in fear of anything. Now
Zion
this man
literally,
ran into Grady Jarrett, probably the second best defensive tackle in the league, ran straight into him
Yep.
and ran him
Yeah.
over. So you mean to
he
tell
ran
me he's
straight into
now
Grady
all of a
Jarrett.
sudden he's too scared
Come
to step
on.
up 2 steps to to try to throw the ball away?
no, he ain't too scared. That was just bad pocket
Exactly.
YouTube,
plays.
He just doesn't have the awareness right now to do it.
Zion
YouTube
just
big of a quarterback
literally
just to
try to mend
just
the
to
whole
not be.
debate and get everybody's point of view across in a quick little paragraph. Man, you need to be a marriage counselor, my G. He, he was like, well, Miz's point and Joe's point and Pat's point. I think what everybody is trying to say here is that they just want a big hug.
Imagine,
Let's get it off of a victory. Let's
imagine if
go.
this was
Let's all
Tom
have a
Brady.
big blue hug.
Imagine this is Tom Brady and this is Gronk right here. Do you think Tom Brady gets this ball to Gronk right here in this area right here?
I gotta go, guys. Great stream, Pat. The baby just woke up.
All right, Lou, you have a good
All right,
one.
Lou.
Have a good one,
All
man.
right, Lou.
Later, Lou.
Be honest. Y'all
11 and
be
6.
honest with me. If this is Tom
Done
Brady on this
honest.
play, you don't think Tom Brady's right here in this area, right here in this pocket, and he's trying to throw the ball to Gronk right here, and may even get
There's
the
a chance,
completion.
yes.
I understand that these guys are trash, that these tackles are trash. He's beat right there. He's beat. Soda's damn near getting beat too. Only reason why he didn't get beat to the outside because Crosby noticed that shoot, this quarterback might step up, so let me spin to the inside and try to get him. That's why he spun to the inside because he was planning on Daniel Jones trying to step up. Most quarterbacks would start stepping up right here. Hitch, try to get the ball here. If not, zoom. Let's try to get out there. I think he would have got caught by Crosby from behind. Probably right here in this area. But he wouldn't have got strip sacked.
I feel that, though.
Sometimes you have to overcome a poor
through.
offensive line and try to make some plays for your team.
Hey, well, he
That's what
ain't
the
got no
quarterback's got
problem
to
He do that,
through.
man. He does overcome a poor O line and make plays here and there. He does.
No, he does. I agree with that. But I could see where Pat's coming from on this point too. Yeah, he should step up and at least try to get
only
rid
in
of
this
that ball.
play.
It's not taking a
Only in this
sack.
play. He just got to do.
It's tough though. It's tricky.
Well, he's got to grow. He's still young, so
We can't say that too much longer, man.
no, we got to let him have the rest of the season with some healthy players and Andrew Thomas. How about that?
Okay, he's about to have that, so that's why I said let's get a fair evaluation. But you don't need all that to step up. I mean, seriously,
You don't need to have everything perfect.
Or to hit a receiver that's staring you right in the face. You don't need all that.
I mean, I understand, but it might be time to take the training wheels off of him a little bit and
Exactly.
let him actually go out there and make some
the
plays.
guy's never gonna grow. He's never gonna grow.
that.
Oh,
yeah,
he's a 6 overall pick. He's got to make plays.
We finally sent a running back out to the flats, which we should do all the time because these linemen never respect our play action or anything because they know they don't have to. So every time they pin their ears back, we should have Barkley or Booker going out on a route just like this to make people understand that we can throw it to the outside.
Yeah, but Pat, there's one thing if they send Booker out into the flat and they don't care about him. It's Barkley, they're going to have somebody watching him.
Okay, and that stops a little bit of that pass rush from coming in there too. And it opens it up more for a tight end or somebody in the middle of the field. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. See, right now you got 3 people on your tight end in the middle of the field. So
maybe even try
if they
Toney
have to
on that
respect
too.
him, that takes a little bit of the coverage off. So every action has a reaction. If they bring somebody down to guard Booker, now he can work a little bit more. Maybe these safeties don't get to play up as much. And when they do that, if they do that, you make them pay first down. A simple out route to Booker, a simple outlet route gets you a first down. You need to do that more often. Oh, okay.
Whose fan sounds like a velociraptor?
Right.
Oh, that was Zion probably.
No.
No,
No, he's like, no.
you're the only one with I know of with a fan.
Okay, now on these routes here, looks like they're running a trip set here. Let's see what the offensive line doing. Man, offensive line, that guy is terrible. I can't stand so. But in the long run, he hits
Trash.
he hits the tight end right here for a first down. Now, there's only Jones did nothing wrong here. Only thing I would like to see is to see if we can try to get it to this man right here. Stop staring down your receiver all the time. Even though it turned out that Rudolph won, what if he doesn't win this route? Guess what? It's another sack. He stared at Rudolph this whole time. Just stared at him. So if this guy doesn't win this route, it's over with. Look, he looked at him the whole time. He never took his eyes off of him.
If he wants to take the next step to becoming a better quarterback, he's got to stop.
He's going to have to learn to do that.
God, I cannot wait for Jason Garrett to be gone. I really can't. I mean, I cannot wait for this frigging guy to be gone.
I don't know if it's Garrett just making one read quarterback. I don't know if it's that or it's just
that's why I want to see somebody different. That's why I want to see somebody different. That way I'll know
if he opens it up. You see this guy break open right here. Daniel Jones has enough arm to get it in between these two guys here, get it to this receiver here. He does.
He's got a good accurate ball too. He could fit it in between.
Right.
And get right to that guy.
All he had to do was have his eyes turned to this, step up, zoom it right in there. He catches the ball there. Who knows? Because he's still branching out. Say if he caught the ball right here.
Is that Galladay by any chance?
No, that's I think that's Slayton right there. But look, if he throws that ball,
catch that.
he throws that ball right now. Right here, he catches the ball. This guy's out of place. He's not going to grab him. He gets to turn around and make some more yards. Who knows? He might get up here to the 40.
Slayton would be fast enough. He could maybe even take it to the house. You don't know.
Slayton would have dropped it. Don't worry.
You can't say that.
I was going to say.
He does drop it, but he might have caught it that time.
Slayton has taken slants to the house before. He's done it in the past.
But you can't say that. If he's not looking at this receiver the whole time, granted, we got the first down. Congratulations. But who knows? You hit this guy, we might be in field goal range. Little things like that can hold your offense back. Now, he looked at this receiver the whole way, the whole time. Looked at him the whole play. From start to finish. Snaps the ball. Looking at him right now. He's looking at him. He's not even at his back step yet, and he's looking at him the whole time.
Yep.
Who knows?
Staring down.
Staring down the whole time. If this guy doesn't go out here with him, he picks this off.
And you're telling me that we're saying Jason Garrett's a trash play caller. You can't even say that Jason Garrett's teaching him to play like that.
I think Jason Garrett is a part of that. I'm not giving Jason Garrett a pass by any way.
That's what I said. I cannot wait to get a different OC in here and to see what the hell's going on.
Making him become a one-read quarterback. That's what you're.
But you can't bash me to say that Daniel Jones needs to level up a little bit.
Can I ask just one quick question? Was he doing the one read stuff too when Shermer was there in 19?
No,
I could have sworn he was. He was.
No, he wasn't.
No,
he was not. No, he wasn't.
Okay, I didn't know. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, like Garrett, like this guy.
If he takes his eyes off Rudolph right here, this guy right here broke open, and who knows where he could have went. Who knows? Because this guy has a long way to tackle him. This guy has a long way to tackle him. He doesn't see him. This guy could get blocked by him. It might just be a one-on-one with him.
This is part of what Daniel Jones needs to do then going forward. Is he needs to, if he sees
Well,
something
how can
else,
he if the coach is
audible
telling
and
him
then go
not
the
to,
next-
my guy?
He's if he wants to be known as a franchise quarterback, you audible the play and you go to the guy that you see
Okay,
open.
you know what? What happens if he starts overriding Judge Garrett on the field? What's going to happen to DJ? If he
Daniel
starts
Jones
going,
be
and
one of them.
not running Jason Garrett's plays, or if he's changing them on the field on the fly, what do you think's going to happen to DJ?
Something
That's a
good.
franchise
They
quarterback.
give him
He's gonna throw touchdowns.
where he could probably
Yo, Judge,
He's
Judge,
gonna throw a touchdown.
Joel,
You
Joel,
guys,
that's a franchise quarterback's job.
listen. You know what? You don't go off the game plan of the coach. You're not going to be there very long playing. We've watched
So
it
you
with
mean-
a lot of other players.
So you mean to tell me if Daniel Jones throws it right here and this guy breaks it loose for a touchdown or gets it to the 30, the 35 or the 30, they're gonna tell Jason Garrett's gonna bring Daniel Jones to the sideline and get in his
That's not the
ass?
problem. That's not the problem here. The problem is this. And maybe it's because he's still growing and maybe he needs to learn. Right now, they wanted him this year to clean up the fumbles, which he's done a much better job of. Right now, the next thing is he's got to stop locking on to his first receiver. So you got to work on it. It'll definitely help him to help Barkley, Pat. Definitely.
I don't know. I'm the Garrett man.
I don't know if they're telling him, hey, this guy should be open, and he's taking that to heart and being like, okay, they're telling me this guy should be open, so I'm going to look at him this whole time. He should break open. And that's
which makes it like that.
If so, that's on Daniel Jones. If that's happening that way. But
I
if they're telling Daniel Jones to throw it to this guy no matter what, then it's on coaching.
You know,
Go ahead, Joel.
Let's look at real life here, okay? You go into a factory, you go into a plant, they want you to do things a certain way. Well, if they see me doing something that they don't like and I'm not doing it their way, I'm doing it my way, I still get the same result. Do they or don't they say, I want you to do it my way. I don't want you to do it your way. If you can't do it my way, I don't want you here. Yes or no?
Yeah, but
it's the same thing with the NFL,
football.
Guys.
This is football, though. If that guy can make the plays better and he's making more yards, I don't think I'll get rid of that guy.
Joel, if Daniel Jones were to audible out of the play and score a touchdown, I don't think
you've seen the memes. I've seen them too.
We need to see Daniel Jones got to call his.
We see Daniel audible, and then Garrett's giving him the stink eye on the sideline because he audibled out of the play.
But Joel,
I'll tell you this.
Oh my God, no! Yes or no? It's that simple. Yes or no?
Joel, you're right. But at the same time, who ultimately is the head coach of the team? And if he makes a play and it actually ends up better because he audibled out and saw the better play, Joe Judge is the head coach. Doesn't matter what Jason Garrett feels.
And if Daniel Garrett's not giving him audibles,
if you're going to be a franchise quarterback, sometimes you got to make plays on your own and not go by what the original play is.
Oh yeah,
that
works out for a lot of guys. Yeah,
sounds like that scene from Any Given Sunday.
Whose offense you think Tom Brady's running right now?
Tom Brady's probably running his own offense.
He runs his own offense.
No,
Tom Brady's running Tom Brady's offense.
Look at the wristband he's wearing. Bullshit.
Well, he could change out of any play he wants at any moment. You know that.
At any time that he wants.
Yeah.
But it's still not. But it's still the coach's plays.
No, by the way, Tom Brady has a pretty nice offensive line.
Plays.
That's true.
We never said the quarterback makes the plays.
What? By the way, she said, by the way, he's Tom Brady. So she's basically saying, stop embarrassing ourselves by talking about Jones and Brady in the same.
I've been trying to. I've been trying to, but that's
a woman. A woman's giving you homework.
No, look, man, I'm sorry. You know what? I saw him different. We all saw him different in year one. All right, year 2 and 3. You know what? I've seen improvement, but we're not seeing more points on the board. We're nitpicking plays now. I love the film reviews, but there's got to be some realism to it also. I mean, the defensive guys are on that team and starting for a reason. They get the big they're out there to make a play for their team. They're going to make plays.
What do you mean? On certain play, I just shown you a play where he missed a guy wide open on the drag. That's all I said.
Look at what Jonathan Studios
everybody
is
can
saying
be
in the
critiqued
chat.
that way.
Look at what
do you
Jonathan
mean?
Studios is saying in the chat.
Well, wait, I can't see the chat, but wait a minute, Pat. Well, here's the
There's
question.
only
Pat.
32 of these jobs in the world. Unless he wants to be Jameis backup, he better start hot route more. True.
All right, he's right. He just got to get better. He's right. But here's the question, Pat. Do you think he will get better?
I think he can get better. I don't know if it's Jason Garrett holding him back or is it himself.
I think it's
like I don't get where you said get
I don't think
real
it's
on certain things.
I hate to use using the same excuse, man, but I think when we get a better O-line, you get a better product.
I hope so, Miz.
Like I said, there was a guy that led the NFL in passing that had a worse O-line than this. And his name was Deshaun Watson in Houston. That last year's team, that offensive line was absolutely terrible. And he had Brandon Cooks and him.
And Will Fuller,
and his
who
tight
barely played.
end.
That went down.
Will Fuller, who even played.
Yeah.
That went down as one of the worst offensive lines in NFL history if you look at the statistics.
Listen, man, so is ours, man. So is ours. One of the worst O-lines in history.
Doesn't give you the excuse to miss wide open.
Okay, Watson is a better athlete. Watson is a better quarterback at this point.
Okay, but don't say it can't be done. Just say that Daniel Jones is not good enough a quarterback to be able to play without a good offensive line. That's what you can say. Yeah,
he's not. We know what he is.
That's what I'm
the type of
out.
quarterback that if you want him to take you to a championship, you're gonna have to build a strong O-line and a running game for him. Which, by the way, Eli had.
Every time somebody says something about Daniel Jones, everybody just jumps to the fence. Like he can't do any wrong. I'm showing you that he's done a little bit.
No, I'm not defending him
at that. You're right.
I'm not defending him at all.
But what I'm saying is this. Let me ask you a question. When Eli was great and won 2 Super Bowls, did he have a ridiculous squad around him? And how did he look his last 5 years with no O-line?
He was getting rid of the ball. He was terrible.
He was still basically.
We were bad. We were bad, man. We were bad.
But it wasn't because of Eli. Eli was making the right decision. The O-line was actually worse when Eli was in there. If you want to get real with it, the O-line was worse when Eli was in there.
Reese didn't even know how to draft offensive line to save his life.
That's another
thing. Eli can't move nowhere near as good as Daniel Jones could, and he was getting rid of the ball quick and early and making hot routes and things. And he still made a comeback with that bad offensive line against the 49ers.
Look, I know Daniel Jones.
But the difference here is...
Yep. Look, I know Daniel Jones has got a lot going against him with a lot of his players banged up and his offensive line's a mess, but sometimes he's got to try to overcome it and make the difficult plays if you want to be known as a franchise quarterback. I know it's difficult. I know it's it's a pain in the ass, and the O-line is really bad. But sometimes if you want to be known as a franchise quarterback, you got to overcome it and make these tough plays. It's just the way it is, especially if you're a 6th overall pick. You got to make these plays.
Let's be real. Aaron Rodgers has had a bad offensive line and less receivers too.
The thing is, they don't trust Daniel Jones the same way they trusted Eli. They don't trust him. And that's why you see a lot of these schemes where these offensive plays are being called. They're taking away from his strength, which is running the ball. But they don't want him to make the mistakes. That's what they're afraid of him making the mistakes. Throwing a pick, fumbling the ball.
I think you hit it right on the head. I think that's one of the biggest problems. They don't trust Daniel Jones completely. It's a shame.
Daniel Jones, man. The next 8 weeks is going to decide whether Jones is going to be here next year or not. So,
but let me piggyback off of that though. A lot of it has to do with this offensive line too. So it runs hand in hand. They don't trust the offensive line to hold up, which means they don't trust DJ not to make these mistakes. They're trying to mitigate all that because of this offensive line. They know it's bad.
Right.
They can't not know that it's not bad. So what do you do? You have to sit up there and you have to either you play to his strengths or you take it away and these are the results that you get. Like you said, he's like a robot out there at times.
Mhm.
I want to see him. I want to
Right.
see him
Improvise.
make more. Yeah, improvise. I want to see him audible at the plate. Piss off, Jason
Everything's not
Garrett.
going to
Do
be
it.
perfect. If
You
this
know what I'm saying?
quarterback, the only way he can be good is everything is perfect, you don't need that quarterback. You
Yeah.
don't.
The really good quarterbacks are able to audible sometimes if they see something better and make the better play. It's just a fact.
There's no situation in the league where the quarterback just has everything perfect. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
The closest thing you could have got to it was Peyton Manning back in the day and Tom Brady back in the day with those offensive lines and those weapons they had. But you know what? They made it even better because they knew how to improvise when things did break down. They knew how to call to make the offensive line shift to a certain side when they seen something.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for the panel.
Everything for your quarterback,
on.
if you need everything for your quarterback to be perfect to win, you don't need that quarterback.
I have a question for the
you
panel.
don't.
If this was, would Cliff Kingsbury give Kyler Murray the opportunity to audible on some of these plays if he sees something better?
Yes.
I agree.
Because Kyler Murray knows that system pretty well himself.
And
he knows how to improvise.
Same amount of years as Daniel Jones. I mean, I can't keep making excuses for him. He's got to sometimes make these plays, even if it doesn't look like they're there. And I'm not saying it's all his fault. It's everybody's fault collectively. But at the same time, Daniel Jones is a 6th overall pick going in his 3rd season, his 2nd year in the system. Sometimes you got to make plays.
Even Jalen Hurts improvises sometimes. You think Jalen Hurts' offensive line is way better than ours?
Yep, I agree. That's
Like I
no
said,
slight against Daniel Jones.
No,
they got to start
you're
trusting
right.
him. They got to start trusting him and let this kid get a fair evaluation and see where he can be in this team going forward.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, the first thing they should do is allow him to be able to audible at that line.
1,000%.
You gotta let him.
They should be able to just let him. I don't see him doing any audibles because honestly, some of these plays that they're running, you're like, why are they even running this play?
Right.
1,000%.
Why are they running it?
I 1,000%.
Some of these defenders know where the play is going before the ball is even snapped.
Yo,
that's
guys,
going.
That's true because one, that has a lot to do with the personnel that's on the field, and if they've been watching tape, they see the personnel that's on the field. Okay, well, pretty much this could be a screen or pretty much a run. They already know. Again, I'm going to harken back to what I said. They don't trust Daniel Jones to make these, to audible at the line to, at least try to get plays down the field. They don't do that.
And everybody wants to go back.
Because they don't trust the offensive line. It all goes hand in hand.
Yep.
What was the game where we called
everybody wants to go back to that Daniel Jones rookie season where he threw 24 touchdowns. Do you know just about 18 of those came in 4 games? The rest of the games, he only had like 6 touchdowns and like 12 fumbles.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What was the game
5 against the Redskins. He threw 4 against the Jets. He threw 3 against the Lions.
4 against the Lions.
I think he threw another
3 against the Jets.
And I think he threw another 4 against another team.
How many did he throw against the Bucs?
2.
Was it 2?
The Bucs that
Like
game
2.
was 2.
That's
right. He got all those touchdowns.
Touchdowns too.
Mm-hmm.
He got all those touchdowns in those about 5 or 6 games. All the other stuff, all the other turnovers happened in other games. He only had like 6 touchdowns compared to like 18 turnovers.
Well, I mean, if you want,
that's not Daniel Jones.
Go ahead, Logan.
No, I was just gonna say when Pat said that Daniel Jones was probably thinking, "Why the hell are we calling these plays?" What was the game where we called a fullback dive on his 2nd and 20?
It don't matter. That was in the
I
past.
remember, yeah.
This team is a mess. Man.
But he looked at that receiver the whole time. And if he takes his eyes off that receiver, I don't know if they're telling him to look at him and don't take your eyes off of him. I don't know what coordinator would tell his quarterback to do that. If so, he needs to be fired immediately.
Yeah, you can't do that. If
he takes his eyes off his main target, this guy right here breaks open. And who knows where he can go. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think Daniel Jones is a good quarterback, but he's going to have to learn a few things. He's going to have to, or he's not going to be in the league. I promise you.
Yeah. It's time to let this kid, just take the training wheels off of him and let him just go out there and show what he can be for the rest of the season. I mean, this is part of his evaluation. We
Can't
got
take
to
no
let see what
training
Daniel
wheels
Jones
off.
can do.
There's no training wheels are coming off until your left tackle is back. Bottom
Our
line.
left tackle will be back, so it's time to see
When
what
he
Daniel
comes
Jones
back,
can do.
then you'll see better offensive calls because we were starting to open up the book against Redskins and the Saints, and then all the injuries came, especially Thomas.
I agree.
With
I
this
think that goes
play
hand in
here,
hand.
this is another play where we only use one side of the field. I don't understand it. I just don't. Not only do you only have two receivers out on the route, you got nobody else out on the route. Like, I don't understand it. Nobody's gonna fall for this. Where do you expect Daniel Jones to go? This ain't on Daniel Jones. Now you can say what quarterback makes it happen right here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson probably takes off and gets about 10 yards. But other than that, I don't know what the hell you expect Daniel Jones to do on this play.
This is all on Garrett here.
This is ridiculous.
Well,
like this guy,
to be honest with you,
ridiculous.
This guy literally could cover him and him just about.
This is because of Nate Solder. If you back it up, they're doing a lot of this because of Nate Solder. They'll run this heavy personnel.
Yeah, we
Help
ran heavy
Solder.
personnel, but good lord, you can't at least send Eli Penny on an out route. Like these two, what do you expect these? Well, you don't expect nobody over here to do anything. Like they don't. Like you got a 2-man route over here. Like
that's 4-on-2.
All I see is a protect. All I see is a play to protect to help Solder on this. I don't see anything on this play.
No, I'll be back in a little while. I'll be
I
back
see
in a little
nothing.
bit, all right?
All right, man.
All I see in this play right here,
you're
helping out Nate Solder. That's it. I don't see anything.
But the thing is, you can help out Nate Solder all day. It still don't mean crap if you ain't got nothing out here to throw to.
No. I'm saying this play is probably just for Nate Solder because I don't see anything. The only thing you're doing is helping out Nate Solder. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. But you can't be so concerned with helping Nate Solder where this happens.
They fucking Solder.
I mean, the top of that play is just that is horrible.
Like, I don't understand this.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Are they in the same place? It looks like they're literally running the same exact route on top of each other.
No, he's running a long curl, and he's running a deep corner.
Yeah.
Unless these 5 or 6 dudes are idiots, there's no way.
Unless they ran the wrong route.
And I guess Rudolph broke off his route way too late, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, you see? Okay. Somebody held that block too long.
In a nutshell.
This tight end held this block too long.
I think that was Rudolph.
Guess he's supposed to come out.
Rudolph.
Something.
And Daniel Jones took off already, so
maybe he should have chipped the defensive end and then just try to go out for a route, and then he just held onto the block.
Yeah, he took off. And Max Crosby.
Okay. I would have had Ingram there. I would have had Ingram help the Solder, help chip the defensive end, and send Ingram out, and maybe you could get him the ball quickly over there on the side.
So,
yeah, because that defensive back clears out.
Yep.
Right.
He literally clears out. That should be one of those. That tight end should have chipped
right here
and come right out.
And that should be Evan Ingram. That's who I want on that play is Evan Ingram. Have him chip the defensive end and then run around onto the outside and be wide open.
Takes off like he's finna get sacked. I mean, it's all blocked up here. You got 2 people on this guy here. And Daniel Jones takes off right there because he doesn't see anything. And somebody has some speed because they caught him. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if he waits a little bit longer, this guy breaks open. I don't know if he's supposed to break open sooner because that's a first down at least.
Yep.
But Daniel Jones took off for whatever reason.
Oh, man. I'm going to be in Cincinnati when I'm watching this game. I might burn Cincinnati down if I see these types of concepts on Monday. I might burn the city down if I keep seeing this stuff.
I don't know if the guy stayed in too long, but the longer he stayed, it made this DB run off.
But you see what he's doing, though, right? You see he's blocking.
Yeah,
he's
he's
literally
pretending like
blocking
he's
that, but he's
supposed to.
helping out Nate
Nate
Solder there. So
Solder,
he's
yeah.
literally blocking. And he should have like, okay, 1, 2, 1,000, 2003, break.
And broke off. This guy never broke off.
Yep.
And I guess he broke off a little too late because Darren Jones was like, I'm getting the hell out of here.
I mean, that DB cleared out, man. That's a home run
And
right
that's
there.
Caden Smith right there.
Jaden Smith.
Wow.
This team is
So
such a dog.
this is actually a good play. No, it's not. This is actually another bad play.
Is that
This is a screenplay to Eli Penny. Nobody can get a block. They read it actually. This linebacker actually made a good play.
was that the play where Skura and Parrott both tried to block the same person and then Dockway rolled around on the outside and got Jones? Or is that a
No.
different one?
Different.
Okay.
These guys didn't block anybody. It's a screen, but good lord.
It looks like
And
they all just blew
he
right
couldn't
by
make
him.
it to the linebacker fast enough, so the linebacker made a good play there. That was a good play by the defense right there.
It's just
Not
a
too much you
jailbreak
can
rush.
do right there.
Yep.
That play just looks like we shouldn't even had an offensive line.
All right, Joe, you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
This is the play you wanted to see. This is the play that Kadarius
Yeah,
Toney.
watch these goddamn. No, it was the screenplay.
Yeah, this is the play to Kadarius Toney.
Oh, okay.
And he throws a screen.
Oh yeah, it is cool.
I don't know if these guys was like, fuck it. They started lollygagging off the line.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to do that.
No, I'll tell you
And
what the
fake
problem
like
is
it.
there. I'll tell you what the problem is there, Pat. They're running this play. How many times did we see Kadarius Toney on the field prior to this? Probably not much.
Probably about 3 plays.
So
Three
you
plays.
bring Kadarius Toney onto the field and you line them up like that. You
Mhm.
know they've
They knew what
looked
was
at
coming.
tape. You know they've looked at tape. So you know what? Either he's going out or this is a screen. And the moment that all those DBs got to do is take a step back. He's not moving. It's a screen. That's it.
Who are the receivers
thing
blocking
is-
though?
The thing is, they actually came up a little bit, to be honest with you.
Oh, so they never went back. They actually started coming up.
Right.
Mhm.
They
The
actually
receivers
came
were running
up.
routes. The receivers were actually running routes instead of
So
trying
you
to
supposed
block.
to
You
tell
call
them
that a
you're supposed to
route?
block.
Yeah, they never
And you're
stepped back.
supposed to go
They knew the
deep.
play right off the bat. They knew
They
what
were
the play was.
jogging off the line of scrimmage.
They were
Didn't
jogging
block.
the route.
So,
They were jogging
knew
the
the play.
routes.
so why does Evan Ingram continue to run? Like I don't get these two route concepts because you're not going to beat anybody deep over the top for 21 yards with this safety sitting right here, unless he's a complete dummy and runs up there too. And even these two guys are running with Evan Ingram. You should have Evan Ingram go out.
Well,
and
the
do
whole
it out
point of
like this.
the whole point of that was to clear those DBs out. They never
Right.
did. So at
Oh.
that point, this is a blown play. The moment that those DBs didn't clear out.
That's what happens when you jog off the line.
You could have Evan Ingram go just like this to the outside because those two people came up. You should have planned for those two DBs to come up because if they don't come up, Kadarius Toney can run there. But if they came up, you should have had Evan Ingram going out just like this. You should have had this receiver going on the post.
It looks like
Take
Ingram and
this.
Galladay.
Yeah, to take this DB over there with him, and this safety is going to continue to stay back because he doesn't want to give up a first down. But if you have Evan Ingram go out a little bit right here, Toney can get that ball into him. Who knows what can happen? But
I think it was just a bad play call on this. 'Cause
it's
you
a real
should never-
bad play call because
So
everybody
it's
you should have known what was coming.
That play was done the second the defenders, like you said, they started to cheat up. And
I
the
mean,
receivers looked like they were lollygagging in their routes.
roll it back before the play even starts.
Oh yeah, the way they was lined up, yeah. You know,
Look at the
you know
DBs.
this
Look
is
at the
going, Tony.
DBs. What is that telling you right there?
They know the
If
play.
I'm Daniel Jones, not only if they know the play, but one, they're playing off. That's what 10 to 15 yards off your receiver. So you know what? They're playing back.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that's a good look for a screen pass. The problem is I'm audibling out of this play.
Yes.
Right off the back, when I see those DBs that far back, I am audibling out of that play.
Because you know it's not going to work. I turn it into a regular receiver screen and make those two guys block and see what can happen.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. There you go. That's what I was thinking too.
I'll throw this as a regular screenplay, and I let those two dudes block and see what can happen. Probably don't get a first down because it's 3 against 2. Unless you get 2 real good blocks and this guy misses Toney. But you still got to get 21 yards, but it would have been better than what they did.
If they'd known it was a screenplay, those 2 wide receivers should have been blocking to begin with.
Yep. But who was that inside? Who was that inside receiver there?
I think it was Ingram.
Evan Ingram.
On the top side, the number 3. That's Ingram right there.
Yeah, right here. That's Evan Ingram. That's Galladay.
I would have him.
That's not. I think that's
that Colin Johnson.
Is either Colin Johnson or Slayton? Because this is Galladay right here.
So who's
those
this
2
third
guys
one
should
up
have
top?
been blocking.
That third guy up
Evan
top.
Ingram, and that's Colin Johnson.
I would audible out this play and have him literally come up and run an inside route and hit him in the middle. Vacate that right there.
I don't think they give Daniel Jones, like, if something happens here, you call this play. If something happens here, you call this. They don't give Daniel Jones that option because I don't know if they know how to do it. I don't know if Jason Garrett knows how to do it.
This is a no-brainer, though, here because, look, they're playing that far off. I'm audibling out of this play. I'm going to keep the same setup. But I'm running Ingram, come up 5 yards, in. And I'm hitting you right in the middle because it's open right there.
What's up, Adam? Hold on.
Yo. I appreciate you having me on, Pat. I'm gonna head off. Thank you so much. This was fun. What's up to everybody here? And let's get it. Giants for life.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, Zion. Have a good night.
Have a good night, man.
All right, guys. You guys have
Later, Zion.
Late.
But right here, when they back off like that, okay, I should know. I should have a signal to where Dan Jones probably hits his hip, and everybody's looking at the quarterback right here to know that, okay, we're going to do a regular wide receiver screen right here. We're going to give it to Kadarius Toney. You two guys pick 2 people, and let's see if Kadarius Toney can get past one of them, and hopefully this guy's not quick enough to stop him from getting the first down. Let's see what happens. I don't think they give Daniel Jones audibles. I truly don't believe they give him audibles.
I don't think so either.
They can't. They can't be giving them audibles. And if they are giving him audibles and he's still running the same exact play, then it's on Daniel Jones. But I don't believe they're giving him audibles.
I mean, like I said, Pat, I'm looking at the DBs. They're everybody is so off. They're far off.
So you know this play isn't going to work.
No, and if anything, if you still want to keep the same play, get the ball out quickly. Don't wait. Get it out quickly.
Yep. 100% agree.
No.
They're playing that far off. Get that ball out quick. Literally, right there. As soon as they that, I think they were at the 30, between the 30 and the 40. I mean, 30 and 35. They got to that 40 and they start to creep up. Get it out.
You guys
literally just get that ball out.
A simple motion would have gotten that defense changed around. Just a simple man in motion.
Yeah, but I wouldn't run that motion because of how far those DBs were back. That's my thing.
Quick screen. I want to get
quick screen, literally.
Let those 2 receivers block in front of them, and let's see what happens.
That's what I hope we start doing a lot more in the second half.
You're not planning on getting the first down there anyway.
I hope we start doing that a lot more in the second half of the season. Is that type of play? We're 2 big receivers.
Yeah, but you bring a man in motion and pitch it to the motion guy. That whole bottom of the field's wide open.
Yeah, was he under center or was he in shotgun?
I think he was.
Shotgun.
Yeah,
he was shotgun.
Wow, man, just get the ball out. You see them sitting that far back. Get it out.
He should, right when the ball is snapped, throw it out immediately to Toney.
Get it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it immediately to Toney and let him get into his so he can get ready to make his breaks. Who knows? Maybe he could have juked that guy. You never know.
Exactly. Oh, like I said, if you're going to keep that play, you're going to run that play. Have Ingram do an in route. That's it. Because that middle of the field was wide open.
Now you see how he threw this ball here to Kenny Galladay? That's why I say those little tight window throws that I'm showing you that I say he probably could have made. I think Daniel Jones can make those throws. This is a tight window throw.
I do
He be
too.
making those zips.
On 1st and 15, after we got a false start, look when he starts to throw this ball.
It's a beautiful throw too.
Anticipation, everything. Boom, he's throwing it right now. And he's going to throw it right here to this area where Kenny Galladay grabs the ball. That's the elite throw right there. He threw Kenny Galladay open.
That's a nice zip there.
So you can't tell me that this guy can't do it. I've seen him do it. He just did it. That's the elite throw.
That's the maddening part of Daniel Jones is he can make these plays.
Exactly.
He can make these plays. It's just he's got
to throw it fast enough to get it past him, short enough so this guy can't make a play, and wide enough so this guy can't dive and make a play himself. In between a whole triangle of defenders, he gets it in there. Almost got a first down. Why are we not running more routes like this?
Kenny Galladay could have been winning that route the entire game.
If this guy tries to be smart and he's sitting right here, you got him right here. And I'm taking Kadarius Toney against him all day.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't. He knew this was Kadarius Toney, so he's going to stay right there in the zone. You zip it in there right past him every time. Every time.
Yeah, they run that a lot.
No, they don't, because if they do, Kenny Galladay will have more catches.
No, I mean like where the one receiver always keeps like jogging down to the side, and then somebody, you see one guy like running a slant of some sort. Most of the time it's Shepard that does it, but now I've seen it's like Toney does it a lot.
On this play here. Now he hands it off to Booker. If this is 26, I think this is another touchdown. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think he splits those two guys there, and he's not catching them.
It was a nice block by the inside receiver.
Yeah, that's a nice run. And nice block.
I think that was that Toney that made that block?
No, that's Colin Johnson.
Yeah, nice block. But hey, it starts from the point of attack on that line. That's where it starts. Mm-hmm. That right side held up. Probably the one play that Nate Solder did. One of the good plays he did in this whole game. And that's just blocking right there. I mean, literally, look at it.
So, I'm going to ask you again. Joel in the chat.
Uh-oh.
He rolls out, right? You see this guy right here?
Oh, you got to hit him.
You think an elite quarterback is able to hit him?
You got to hit him, man.
I want you to tell me you think if elite quarterback is able to hit him before this guy got back up there to coverage.
Well, actually, you got two. You got two right there that he would be able to hit. Middle.
You think Patrick Mahomes either throwing it real quick right here, to where you can get more yardage and not wait, and not staring at this receiver right here who's getting held up?
Yep.
Or do you think he hits Travis Kelce right here?
Oh, he's going for Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
That's a no-brainer.
Now you just tell me. I know you see these two guys right here. I know you see them. But elite quarterbacks, even halfway decent quarterbacks, you don't think they're able to get this ball to him right here? Just tell me I'm crazy.
No,
you gotta throw that ball. No, you're not. You gotta throw that ball.
Or they're throwing that ball to him right now to see if he can get more yardage. Even though it turned out to be a decent play, because Rudolph made a heck of a catch with a guy on his back.
Mm-hmm.
But Daniel Jones right here, he's looking at him. He didn't start looking at Rudolph till he got out here. And you got to know your route concepts. This is actually a decent route concept to start off. Give Garrett credit here. He gave him 1, 2, 3, 4 outlet.
That looked like Slayton right over the middle.
That's Evan Ingram. This is Evan Ingram right here.
Oh, is Evan Ingram? Okay.
Evan Ingram should come in your line of vision right now. You should be able to throw that ball right here in this area and let him catch the ball. That's just me. That's what I want my number 6 overall pick to be able to do. You got pressure in your face. I believe Herbert makes this play right here. I believe Lawrence makes this play right here.
Yeah, but how many times do you think that they really have him do a naked bootleg?
Hey, look, you have to have vision of the field. Not blaming him for anything, because he's under pressure. But that's the way the play was designed. Look at your guy right here. You see where he's at, where he's usually at. I don't know, how did he get put on the ground on this play?
Let's see.
Like seriously. Like golly, what are you doing? I don't like this guy.
Wait, who is that?
Is that Billy
Nate
Price?
Solder.
Oh God.
That's Nate Solder right here.
Well, there you go, Pat. That's
in his
why.
favorite position, on the ground.
You setting up a picnic.
Look, what did he like? He could at least block this guy to make it where it was only this guy.
That's where he,
Yeah,
that's where he
exactly.
belongs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where he belongs.
Like, good
Am-
lord.
Am I crazy to think that I'd rather see Corey Cunningham at this point if Thomas isn't ready to play?
It can't get,
So,
much worse.
I mean,
It
at this
cannot
point,
get much worse.
just please get him out of the game. He's embarrassing himself being out there.
But
Please.
these are your reads. You got these two receivers down here. These two reads should be gone from you automatically. He's in front of him. He's in front of him. You're not getting neither one of those guys. This should be your third read, and this should be your final read right here. And it's got to go real fast. It's got to go boom, 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 boom. Most elite quarterbacks, they already know these two guys are gone from the get-go.
You got to be quick with your decision making when you're.
Aaron Rodgers, he's off these two guys
Be
immediately.
rushed.
He's off them right here because he knows he's in front of him. He's in front of him. Now I'm looking towards the backside right here. And then he sees that he breaks open. Aaron Rodgers is throwing that ball right here, right now. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it. And if he feels that he can't get it in, if this dude was on him, and then he would have got rid of the tight end, of it to the tight end right here. Probably get the same amount of yardage, but you don't take a risk of this guy cutting in front of him or him dropping the ball, knocking it out of his hands.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones didn't expect to have two guys up in his face.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But he was quick enough to get away from both of them. So
Yeah, he was.
I mean, but Nate Solder has got to go, man. Like this, like I live. If you want to pay me $4 million to do this for you, I will do this for you all day long.
What, to fall down?
Yeah.
All day long.
Billy Price makes it.
That's where he.
Man,
Billy Price does it too.
I would belly flop
That's where
on the
he
ground.
belongs, Pat.
I've never
That's where he
seen
belongs.
two offensive linemen fall more than Billy Price and Nate Solder. I swear they're on the ground more than they are standing up.
And another thing I don't like about this play, look at the route concept. So you're gonna have Kenny Galladay running an out right into Kadarius Toney right here.
I mean,
And
they're playing man with what is it, single high?
You know what?
That's man coverage.
I'll take that back. You know what? I just looked at it this way at the end of this play. You don't think Daniel Jones could get it to Kenny Galladay right here?
He's taking a chance. He was better off going to Ingram than to Galladay. I'll be honest with you.
He was better off going to Ingram in the beginning, but since he
Yeah.
lost Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
He lost Ingram.
Galladay makes
Right
those
there.
catches.
Right
Galladay
there.
makes those catches.
If he
Right
doesn't
there.
throw it right
Catches.
here, if he doesn't throw the Ingram right here, you lost him. But since he didn't, he's right here now. These quarterbacks, they throw this ball low and away, and the Kenny Galladay slides down and grab that. I'm telling you,
Galladay, I think, would make that catch if he threw it.
Galladay makes that
he'd make a
catch all
contested
day.
catch.
You throw that
Yep.
ball right here in this area because he's confused. He's with Toney. He's not turning around doing anything. You leave Kenny Galladay right here. That DB's still off of him. He can throw it right now if he wanted to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I see
Call
it.
me crazy.
No, I don't think you're
But
crazy
good
at all.
quarterbacks. Good quarterbacks. You can't say he's not. He's looking dead at him. Good quarterbacks get that ball out right there.
I mean, he still had Ingram even right there at that point. He still had him.
And he has the arm strength, so you can't tell me, oh, he's on the run. He don't have the arm strength.
He had a
Yes,
couple
he does.
people there. He could have gotten Ingram the ball over the middle.
Daniel Jones
He
has
could have gotten
plenty of
Galladay the
arm
ball.
strength. They was wrong about that. That kid has an arm on him.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about he got a noodle arm.
No.
Joe, am I crazy? I guess I am.
I'm sitting here watching and listening, and it's, how much of it is Jones, how much of it is the staff.
I think it's a mix of
Because
both, to be
I'm
honest.
seeing so many different things right now, and nobody is scot-free. I'm not saying that, Jones is invincible and should not be taking blame for some things, but I'm sitting here watching this and I'm going, what the hell is Garrett teaching this kid? It's his second year. You would think that stuff like this would have been gone over with already.
But Joe, are you seeing what I'm seeing though?
That's what I said. I don't know. I don't know where to go with this.
So
that's the thing.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, Joe. And I'm not getting on you at all. I just want you to tell me if I'm bullshitting right here when I tell you that he can hit Galladay right here. Even right here, he still has enough arm strength to get that ball to Kenny Galladay right here with no issue. But if he throws this ball right here, low and away right here, Kenny Galladay has a first down, folks. I don't care what anybody says.
I trust Galladay making that catch.
Well, here's the big question for me is Garrett even allowing him in practice to do this stuff? Is he letting Jones roll to his right and try to make a throw?
I'm quite sure that Jones has rolled out to his right and thrown to some receivers in practice. But as far as just a play like this, period, I don't see how you practice.
Because you would look at something like this and go, it's automatic.
Would you expect your quarterback to be able to make the throw that I'm telling you that this
I said it was automatic.
Because
that's what I don't understand.
I don't understand either, Joe. Is it more Daniel Jones or is it they're telling him not? I don't know. This has to be on Daniel Jones because you're on the field, you're in the action, you want to win. He does. He's a quarterback that wants to win.
Right?
Does he not trust himself? Forget the organization not trusting him. Does he not trust himself to make this throw?
That's the $1 million question.
That's what I said with the confidence factor, Pat. That's what I said with the confidence.
Well, with Andrew Thomas back, that should help out with some of his
It
confidence.
definitely should. But we're all sitting here breaking down these plays and we're arguing about them and we're showing our passion. And it's like, then we come to a play like this and you're like, what the hell is going on? Why is the coaching staff not teaching him what to do right here? Why is Daniel Jones not releasing the trigger on this right here? What the hell? Something somewhere just ain't freaking right.
Well, can you bring it up like this, Joe? Is this something right here that you just have? I believe Tanner throws this ball right here. I truly believe so.
We see it all the time. Guys make sideline toe drag swag right there on a rollout. We see it all the time.
Even sorry ass Baker Mayfield makes this throw right here.
But remember now, like I said, I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting two guys there.
You're absolutely right. But
I think
what?
I think that's probably throwing. Maybe it's just it threw him off. But I know he couldn't have been expecting two guys in his face off of this naked bootleg.
And that's true. But those two guys being in his face, that's over with. I can see if he didn't make the throw because right here, I didn't make the throw because those two guys were in my face. I got you. Cool. This sorry ass dude need to get the fuck off the field anyway.
Right.
I know why. But it's over now. You're past them. That should not be in your mind right here. Those two guys were in my face. They're not in your face anymore. You got past them. Now, what's in your mind is, they're behind me now.
I gotta hurry up and get this ball out.
I gotta hurry up and get this ball out.
Yeah.
Get that.
I see. I'm looking at Kenny Galladay the whole time. The whole time. I'm looking at him the whole time.
You gotta trust your receiver that he's gonna make the play.
So you mean to tell me my $18 million receiver, I can't throw this ball low and away right here and let him grab that ball? Because he actually beat his man. He actually beat his man.
Okay, so what is that? Is that DB at the bottom? Does he have his back
Yes, he has his back turned.
to DJ?
His back is turned. His back is turned.
I'm going to Kenny Galladay right there. I'm going to Kenny Galladay.
You got to trust your receiver. You got to trust your receiver is going to make the play.
Okay, I see why he throw it right here. But once Galladay crossed his face and he damn near failed. He won. Throw it.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that bottom DB. His back is towards me. He is no way he's making a play on that ball. You're right. I'm going to Galladay right off the bat.
Daniel Jones took the safe play instead of the better play.
Well, you know what? Not for nothing though. You try making that throw. That throw right there at full speed is a bitch to me.
I mean, you're doing across your body.
Yeah.
I can't hit the broadside of a barn doing that shit, and I could be standing inside.
We're not world-class athletes.
Yeah, Joe, I'll be throwing that ball 20 yards in front of him.
You're right, but I'm just, he's bringing up the two guys. I'm bringing up the difficulty of the throw. Yes, we see quarterbacks make that throw.
Mm-hmm.
We do, but here again is I'm looking at something, and now I'm wondering: is it really the player or is it the coach? Is it the staff? Is it
I think it's a mix of everybody. I think it's everything put together, and that's why your offense is the way it is.
And that's what has us pissed off the most is we're trying to sit here and figure out. We can't put our finger on either or. We can't say definitely that's DJ's fault. We can't say that's definitely the coach.
And you want to know what's so bad? This is in a win. This is not even a loss. This is a win.
Right, and we're pissed off at seeing this stuff.
Let's be honest. Even when you win, what do most fans complain about? The fans always are going to want to complain about the things that went wrong, even in wins. You never really want to harp on the things you did right as much. You always want to see what you can do better.
I wouldn't care right now, Jeff, if we were 9-0. If I'm seeing things like this on the field, okay, he doesn't hit Evan Ingram. Elite quarterbacks make this throw right here. This is your Aaron Rodgers, your Tom Brady's. Brady might not be able to do it anymore because the arm strength has left him a little bit. But Peyton Manning's in their prime, Drew Brees', they make this throw right here. Okay, I get it. You didn't make that throw. You don't have enough confidence to make that throw. Even though I believe that's an easy throw for an NFL quarterback, but I'm not in the NFL, so I can't tell you. So I'll say that's an elite quarterback throw right here to throw that ball to him with these two guys chasing you. Remember, Daniel Jones has no freaking fear. He doesn't. We've seen that. He has no fear. That's that's a good quality and a bad quality about him. So you can't say, oh, man, he might have been in fear of these two guys. That dude don't give a shit about these two guys right here.
Yeah, he don't care.
He does not.
We seen him go through between two defenders for extra yards.
Absolutely.
So I can't say that he's scared to get hit. But this throw right here, he can throw this ball right here to this area, and it's a first down.
Yep.
That's one time he could have thrown it. Like, he could have threw this ball to that receiver 3 times, and he didn't pull the trigger neither one of those times. You got to pull the trigger.
Sometimes you got to take the risk, pull the trigger, and
look
try
how
to make
wide
the better
open
play.
he got.
You got to trust him.
Now, he can't make the throw here because he's getting hit.
And he's never had a receiver he can trust either.
Okay, well.
No, I'm just saying, really. I mean, every time he throws it to Ingram pops the damn ball up in the air. Shepard can't stay healthy. Slayton can't freaking catch. I mean, who's he supposed to, build confidence with? I mean, Galladay has been hurt. Toney has been hurt. He can't keep Barkley in the backfield to help him. He can't even keep Thomas in the backfield or on the line.
But Joel, here's the thing. You make that throw, you have to trust in the fact that your receiver is going to make that catch.
Well, I'm not saying that that's not supposed to happen. I am agreeing with you guys, but I'm just saying, it is year 3 for Daniel, but every time he tried to trust somebody, they weren't there for him. That's all I'm pointing out.
No, I agree.
You make a point. You make a point there. Yeah, you make a point.
You're right.
That's true.
I mean, just stuff like this that
he tries to trust himself. Maybe
I'm gonna give you one even better. I gotta know that this quarterback trusts his damn self.
That's the $1 million question I want to know.
Yeah.
The quarterback that has trust in his ability and his arm, he doesn't give a damn what receiver this is. He's throwing it.
Then Garrett's got to let him go.
He wouldn't even care if that's Preston Parker out there. You trust your guy that he's going to make the catch.
I wouldn't care if it was me out there and I broke open right here.
Yeah,
I'm throwing it to myself. You better catch this damn ball.
Okay, and then only because I'm curious, what happens if somehow that defensive back made a play and picked it off? I'm just asking a question.
Only way makes a play and picks this off if he throws it behind Kenny Galladay, and I mean bad.
Well, that is that. I'm just saying that is a possibility. So what if that did happen?
And if that happens, that's on your quarterback. Then you know that he's not an elite quarterback, and it's time to look for some other people.
I'm just
because a decent quarterback knows you throw this ball right here in this area. Because if you throw it anywhere behind him, I don't care in what situation it is. You throw it behind the receiver, a lot of times it's going to get picked off in the NFL because wide open is only a yard of separation. Mm-hmm. This is wide open in the NFL. You make this throw to this area right here because this DB is paying no attention to Galladay right here.
Yeah.
He's not.
That's part of the evaluation.
That's the key. That's the
real.
key right there. That is the key is that DB has his back towards DJ.
And let's be real. If he throws this ball deep to Kadarius Toney, and then somehow he throws it a little short, it might be a pass interference because this guy's not paying attention. He's too worried about Toney. So if you throw this ball deep and give Toney a chance, who knows what can happen?
This is part of the evaluation of how you're going to see if Daniel Jones is the future quarterback of this team. Is he's got to try to make some of these throws. And he's got to give his receivers a chance, no matter who it is out there.
I said that, part of it is, it's hard to run to the right at full speed and be accurate with a football. That's the only thing I'll say about that. But we see guys make that play.
Mm-hmm. I agree 1,000% what you said, Joel. It is a very tough play to make that. But you got to sometimes take the risk and see if your receiver out there can make the play. You got to trust him.
You got to trust him. But he had a couple of options to go right there. So who knows? He made a play, so that's all you can ask of him.
Somebody send this to Daniel Jones.
All right, next play here. Now, you see Matt Pert got destroyed already.
Yep.
Better blocking, I think this is a touchdown. But you tell me, should this still be a touchdown to Evan Ingram? Watch when Evan Ingram breaks. He's open right now. That guy, linebacker's not.
Oh, yes. That's a touchdown. Yes. Yeah.
He's not looking at him. He turns and looks at him now.
He should have broke his route sooner. He should have started on a slant sooner.
He should have got out Rudolph a long time ago.
Yeah, because Rudolph
for a minute. Rudolph is not going anywhere.
Where's Rudolph? That inside
Ingram right now. If he pulls this trigger and zooms it in right here, this is a catch. This might be a touchdown.
I'm telling you, he should break in towards the hash when that guy's got his head turned, like a step before that. If he runs that route, when that guy's back is turned to him, here he goes inside. He's turned now, slant in. He should be. That would be.
You don't want to slant in too early because this guy might be able to get back.
Well, you know what? If he just goes to the right hash at the 10-yard line, if Daniel puts the ball there right now, that's a catch, and he's down at the 5.
Yeah, if Daniel Jones puts this ball right here in this area here.
No, at the 10-yard line. If Rudolph, that's the guy inside, right?
Yeah, Rudolph right here, yeah.
All right, if he runs to the 10-yard line hash mark right now, if he breaks that route off, he's got guaranteed 3 yards. Nope, now he's too far. Where you had it paused, he should be breaking in.
You know how slow Rudolph is?
I do, but you know what? Right
slow,
now, he should know that guy's head's turned around.
If this is Kadarius Toney, I'll give you a little bit more credit. But
you know what?
He's going to be able to recover.
But tell me I'm wrong. Rudolph should be breaking in towards the 10-yard hash line right now. Tell me he shouldn't be running a slant right there right now. Jones should be releasing the ball.
You got both these tight ends doing skinny posts. That's not his route. A slant is not his route.
But I'm saying if you guys are going to freelance a little bit, He knows that's open. Jones is watching that side. You know, that's a guaranteed completion down at the 5, 1st and goal.
Okay,
Yeah, but
you can
I'm
say
looking
that.
at it. Yeah, but here's the
But
problem that
I got Evan Ingram with a touchdown. I promise you.
I,
I'm
I
looking
don't
at my. Go ahead.
I,
Go ahead.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say a touchdown. The problem that I have with this play is that that single high safety. I'm hitting Ingram right now.
Right.
Yes.
Right now.
He
I
should
don't
go off
want
his
him
first
slanting
read.
in. Right now, I'm hitting Ingram.
Get
I'm
off his
hitting him
first
right
read
now.
and
Daniel
get off
Jones
your first
where
read
is
and go
Ingram?
right to Ingram.
I'm gonna tell you where Daniel
goes-
Jones did. I'm gonna tell you where Daniel Jones did good. You seen when he looked over here to the left of Rudolph, this safety started moving that way. That's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do. I'm quite sure they say if this safety is moving over there, you're looking this way. You got this guy on a skinny post. Look at the position this guy is right now. Ingram even rose his hand a little bit.
Jeez.
If Daniel Jones gets through his progressions quickly, because you know damn well Kyle Rudolph ain't going nowhere right here.
No.
You know his route. You know his route was a skinny post. That dude's all over this.
If Daniel Jones got off his first read quickly and just turned a little bit to the right and threw it right now, Ingram could walk into the end zone. I think he
That's
would have
a
got a touchdown on
touchdown.
that. Yeah. He just took he
Even
locked
right
onto Rudolph
here,
too
it's
long.
even worse right here. But now you don't let this dude. This is the play where Ngakoue went around instead of doing the
That was the
inside
Skura
rush
one.
because they both started blocking the same guy.
Yeah.
It got beat by the same guy. Both of them did.
That's the
ridiculous.
bad part about it. 2 guys got beat by 1 player.
Yeah, I'm hitting Ingram right before the 10 because literally
I'm hitting Ingram right here in this area here because that safety's moved all the way over. That safety's done now.
Yeah, but
If Daniel
you're taking a chance with that if you go any further than the 10-yard line. You're taking
That's
a
what
chance.
I'm saying. I'm throwing the ball right here. Right here. He's not going to make it. His eyes are still looking over here.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
He's not going to make it. Unless
that's
this is
Ingram
Ed
down
Reed
there.
in his
That's cool.
prime.
Yeah.
Unless this is Ed Reed in his prime, and I mean his prime. There's no way he gets there. There's no way he gets there. If Daniel Jones is looking this way, right? Because look, you know Rudolph ain't going nowhere, right? Even if this is a
that's okay. That was Ingram then that I was looking at. That
you
should
talking
be
about right
running.
here.
Yeah, that dude right there should be slanting into the 10-yard hash right now.
No, I wouldn't do that because
Not
you still
slant.
got that.
Oh yeah.
No, just
You
run
still got
that
this
streak.
linebacker right here.
That's just the out.
got
That's
the
just
safety
the-
still up
run a
top.
Yeah,
skinny
that's a seam
seam.
route.
Yeah,
That's a
just
seam
run a
route
seam.
right there.
If
Hit
he's
him right
landed
there.
in right there and he
Yeah.
released the ball right
You
when
hit
he
this seam
that
route.
was
You lead Evan Ingram right here. And that's
Daniel
a
Jones, when Daniel
At
Jones
the very
sees it,
least.
you see Rudolph's covered in that, you got to like go right to Rudolph. As soon as you see the safety cheating over to the left towards Rudolph, turn to the right, bang, at 10-yard line, hit Ingram
you're-
right there in the
you're
seam.
talking
There's
about-
touchdown.
You're
Yep.
talking about a covered Ingram. Yeah, okay.
No.
I've seen him make better catches.
No. Move it back because
Ingram
Ingram's covered.
covered
Yeah,
on that.
but look at where he is around.
Yeah,
what is that?
He's got
I
him
don't
beat.
trust
13-yard line,
Ingram.
12-yard line,
He's
11-yard
got
line.
him beat right there.
Right
Still
there.
got him beat. Still got him beat. Still got him beat. Evan
you hit
Ingram
him
made the
before
catch
that
over that
10-yard
DB earlier, right?
Yep.
He
Yeah.
made the catch over that DB earlier, right? So now all of a
Blind
sudden, you
squirrel
just can't
finds
go
a nut
back.
once in a while too.
Okay, so let him find another nut.
Yeah.
I don't care if that guy drops 80 balls. If this dude is wide open, I'm throwing it to him.
Yeah, then
Because you're supposed to make that play. You got to throw it to him.
And then he gets sacked. This play.
And makes so bad he turned a little bit too late because he's still wide open right here. But I believe if he goes back and throws his ball, Ngakoue gets him. I think Ngakoue gets him. If they could have held their block just a tad bit longer, if he could have just chipped Ngakoue, this is a touchdown, I believe.
A double easy.
But you can blame that on offensive line. I say 85%. And the other 15 is on Daniel Jones for not going through his progressions just a tad bit faster.
Oh, he
Get
did
three
the
and
right
progress
thing.
is a tad bit fair. Yeah, he did the right thing and pulled it down because he felt Ngakoue right there.
Well, he did the right thing right off the bat because you know what? He held that safety.
He held that safety, but you did it a little too long. Just a tad bit too long. Because the safety's done now. He's done now. If you turn around real quick and fire that ball right here, that's a catch. You get to about the 5-yard line. If Evan Ingram gets a little tough and breaks a tackle, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. That's what's
that
that?
Safety, he made a hop to that side. Did you see him hop?
Yeah, he did.
So he hopped. So he has no leverage to go back to the other. See that hop right there? He'll tear his ACL trying to get over there super fast now.
Yeah, I'm hitting Ingram right at about that 10 yard line and let him do his thing.
Do you think he could pull that trigger right now and throw that ball right here, right now?
Yeah.
Before Ngakoue gets him.
He can.
Yes. I think he can make that throw.
I think he can.
He made a similar throw that earlier to Galladay. I think he can make a throw there to Ingram. I think he can make that throw. I trust him.
Now he's going to take a hell of a hit, but I think he could throw that ball right here to this area here because this safety can't make it.
Yep.
And he's beat. He's beat.
You got to trust that Ingram is going to make the play.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. He's got to trust these receivers to make the play.
Bingo.
He has to.
Yep.
Daniel
Jones has got to allow his guys to make the play.
Or does he trust himself?
Exactly.
That too. That's a big question.
That's the other question too.
I think that's the bigger issue here. I'm
starting
to see it by looking at these plays. I don't think he trusts himself to make these plays.
And if he can't trust himself, if he can't trust himself, then he's not going to be the quarterback going forward because you need to have a quarterback that's going to be able to trust himself to make these plays. A quarterback that has confidence in himself, he's throwing this ball right here. Even if he gets hit and makes a fumble, he's going to make a fumble because he's going to try to make this throw right here. Mm-hmm. It is sad. I mean, I feel for Daniel Jones in a way, but I mean, quarterbacks, if you're evaluated this highly and you were a high draft pick, you sometimes got to overcome all the surroundings around you. You got to overcome a pretty poor offensive line. You got to overcome receivers that are in and out of the lineup because there's other teams with other quarterbacks that are making these plays with less talent than we do. And you got to try to make these plays. You got to make the big play sometimes. You got to make the better play instead of the safe play. And there's a lot of these things that we've seen on film where there's a lot of he's making more of the safe plays, but we see some other plays that are on the field that he's missed that could have ended up either a bigger play or it could end up in a touchdown that he missed. But at the same time, I mean,
shit like this we gonna see every week.
That's why I like doing this film session, Pat, because it really just like breaks down everything.
Exactly.
Really breaks down everything we're seeing.
A confident quarterback gets that ball out immediately right here. And
now,
only thing I can tell you is I don't know if Ngakoue gets his arm or hits him before he can throw it because they were so bad right here. But you got to pull that trigger.
I was going to say, Pat, if that's Andrew Thomas at left tackle and not Matt Parrott, do you think he has more confidence to make the throw to Galladay earlier and that throw to Ingram?
I think he does.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Because he's not going to be worried about his blind side. He's not going to be worried about it.
Absolutely.
He has that trust in Andrew Thomas. He has that trust in him.
That's why Andrew Thomas is the MVP of this offense.
That's why I want to see if Andrew Thomas could come back against if he's going to be ready for the Bucs game. I want to see how Daniel Jones is.
You see why I say that he could have probably made this throw? Because look what he does. He does another hitch. He does another little hitch before he tries to take off. The pressure's right there. I think he can make this throw before Ngakoue gets him.
Daniel Jones don't have no weak arm. Like he can make this throw.
No, his best thing he does is the deep ball.
He did another little hitch and then he took off. I think he could have made that throw. I'm just going to be real with you.
Can we bring up just how slow Kyle Rudolph is getting on that line?
He runs like he's in quicksand.
Ridiculous.
He runs like he's in quicksand.
Well, I'm faster than Kyle Rudolph.
Anybody's faster than Kyle Rudolph.
Just looks how he's so slow getting off that line. Oh my God.
I mean, is it because he's still recovering from that off-season foot surgery, or he just lost it
It
a
might
lot?
be. I hope
I
it
think
is.
I hope I do
hope
too.
it is.
'Cause, I mean, if it's not, then oh man.
But we still gonna cut that nigga anyways. We gonna
Caden
cut him
Smith,
anyway.
please get healthy.
No, they're not cutting Rudolph. They're
No.
not going to cut Rudolph. No, they got too much money tied up in him, and they don't have other than Caden Smith. That's it. They're not going to cut him. You know, and if they do, I mean, it is what it is. But at this point, if you're
I wanna show you.
not looking to draft the tight end,
I think they might.
you're gonna.
I think they might in the mid to late rounds. They might look
So
to draft a
what are
young
they
tight end.
telling? What are they telling Daniel Jones on plays like these to do?
He
Because
said what they're telling him to.
what are they telling him to do? Because your main weapon at Kadarius Toney is 3rd and 11. You got to get him the ball in this open space right here. I promise you, this is a first down if he throws this to Kadarius Toney right here.
This is what I've been preaching for a while. You got to try to get Kadarius Toney the ball in open space.
This man looked at this person right here the whole time, and once he saw that he wasn't going to get to the first down marker, he took off. He probably even should have thrown it to Booker right here, see if he could get past this dude to get a first down. Who knows?
Yeah, he could have done a pump fake to Booker too.
Kadarius Toney. Look at Kadarius Toney. Now, when Evan Ingram's right here, he looks over here immediately, correct? But Evan Ingram's right here. And so I guess they're telling him to look at Evan Ingram so bad. That's why he's covered all the time, because they know we want to go to him every time he's in there. You mean to tell me if he throws this ball to Kadarius Toney right here, this is not a first down? Because you got a blocker right there for him. You got a blocker. He's not catching him.
Why doesn't Daniel Jones try to use his eyes to bring the safety down towards Ingram and then quickly go right out to Toney while he's running out in the flat and just throw the ball right now? Get the ball right now out to Toney.
It's too late now.
Too late.
Well, I mean, no, a little bit further, a little
Way
bit
too
earlier,
late.
a little bit earlier.
I mean, you
The
can still
problem
throw it
is-
to him. He can catch it, but now he's going to have to make a hell of a play to get past him.
The
And
problem
he's
is
going to
that
have to throw up one hell of a block.
the problem is that he waited too long on that because again, look how far off the DB is playing. If you roll it back, you'll see how far off that DB is playing. You just gotta
look
get
how
it out
far off
quick.
he's playing.
Get it out. There's no hesitation on this.
And then
Get
he
it out.
backed up. He even backed up. He backpedaled. Throw that ball right here to Kadarius Toney. Let him catch it right here. And you
Because
got
you
a
got-
blocker for him.
Exactly.
And he's going to have to deal with Kadarius Toney. I'm
Yep.
taking my guy Toney against him every time.
Yep.
One-on-one, I'm taking Kadarius Toney every time, one-on-one.
That's Kadarius Toney play right there. You got to trust
It
that
is not-
Toney's going to break the tackle and get the first down.
If not, why is he running the route shorter than sticks? You're already in field goal range. You don't need extra yards to get a field goal. Why is he running the route shorter than the sticks?
That's Jason Garrett for you. He loves those
Looks
stick
like-
plays.
Bitch ass Jason Garrett.
And
man.
then look. Oh my God. Do you think your quarterback is he past? Where's the line of scrimmage? Hold on, where's the line of scrimmage?
No.
The line of scrimmage was on the 22-yard line. Let me see something. No, he's right. He's well behind the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Okay.
So look, even if he didn't throw it to Toney over there, my quarterback, I think my quarterback should be able to get the ball to him. Let's be real. If he takes this, because he's paying attention to Daniel Jones now. He's not moving this way. You throw this ball right here on a hash of where that 0 is and zoom it in there, that's a catch.
That's a tight, that's a tight window, but
That's a
it's
tight
possible.
throw.
It's a tight
Bro, I
throw.
see it happen to us all the time.
Daniel
Right
Jones
there?
can make that throw.
Daniel Jones can make that throw. I promise you he can. If not,
Ooh.
Daniel
He did it
Jones can make that
earlier.
throw.
He did it earlier in the Galladay play. He made a tight throw like that.
Sure did.
I
think
I-
Daniel Jones can make that throw. Now it's Slayton, so he might drop it. Who knows? But Daniel Jones Mahomes throws this right here to Tyreek Hill every time. Every time.
Yep.
And Daniel Jones has enough arm to get that ball to him. But he shouldn't even have to make that throw. If
Trust
Jason,
Slayton
I
makes the
think
play.
Jason Garrett is telling him to look directly at Ingram.
Look, man,
It's gotta be.
It is redheaded fool.
If it's
man.
not, I don't know what the hell wrong with Daniel Jones if he's not telling him to look at him automatically.
Yeah, if it's not that, yeah,
You should have thrown this to Tony
I don't
from the
know what's
get-go.
wrong with this
Boom.
guy.
You throw this to Tony right here, that's a first down.
If not more, because you got that blocker out there.
I was just gonna say that.
You
Yeah,
got
he's
that
got a blocker
receiver out
right in
there.
front.
You got
That's
pretty much
even
one
if you-
person to
even if
beat.
you- Even if you throw it right here, it's still a first down. I have faith in Tony that he's going to beat this guy to the first down sticks. And as long as he get a block, it's on. If he gets a good block, it's a touchdown just about.
Mhm.
And then you got him as the main target, and he doesn't even make it to the sticks.
It still frustrates the hell out of me that Galladay and Tony don't have a touchdown yet this season.
That's crazy. Week 10, and neither one of them have a touchdown.
Our leading receiver and receiving touchdowns is Ingram with 2. That
And
can't
Joe,
happen.
I don't
That
care what
cannot
anybody
happen.
says. If he throws this ball right here, Slayton goes at least to make a contend to get this catch because he's not making it anywhere because he's planted. I can see if he was moving this way, but he's not. So if he has a whole lane from here to there. That's a first down.
I trust Darius Slayton can make the play.
My God,
I know it's
Darius.
I'm not-
You have to. You have to trust that he can make the play.
Dude,
It's
I'm
there.
trusting that a defensive back's going to make a play.
No, I hear you, Joel, but sometimes we
Which
gotta,
defensive
we gotta
back you
give
think
it
is
trust.
going to make the play right there?
Dude,
Unless he tips it up.
Hey, you know what? This is more or less an easy dump off to Booker because I mean,
Yeah, you
shoot,
can throw
a
the
little
Booker right
That
here.
too,
if you
yeah.
want to.
a pump fake right there freezes them, and come on now, you can either run or you can dump it off the Booker at that point
That's a
from
good
where he
point.
is right now.
Booker has to make a better block right here. He makes a block right there. Who knows?
That's a good point.
But I think Booker was expecting the ball. But from the get-go, he never even looked to the left side of the field where your main weapon is. He never looked to the left side of the field.
Yep.
And that could be a product of Jason Garrett. That's too
What
consistent.
the hell?
It's too
What the hell?
consistent.
Oh wow, double easy. Yeah, you're right. It
Double
is
easy
depressing, and this is very informative as well as
very
depressing.
depressing.
Yep.
I
You're
can't
right
believe
about that.
I can't believe that.
I agree. Double easy.
What's going on, Double Easy?
It's good to see you in here.
What up, double easy, bro?
Yep.
Oh my God.
So you can't tell me with Daniel Jones' arm talent that he can't get this ball right here to Kadarius Toney and let him just work over here against 2-on-2. It's 2-on-2. I'm taking Kadarius Toney every time.
That should be your
Every
first
time.
guy. First guy I want the ball to. You have to.
You
gotta
got
trust.
this man's main read, a guy that's not even at the first down marker. He doesn't even run to the sticks. Because you know why? Everybody knows what you're finna do. He's standing right there. I would want him to throw it to Booker right here real fast and see if he can make a play and get past him and see if we got a good block here to see what we can do.
There you go. He's got some outs there.
He's got some outs, but he doesn't take the out. You know why? Because they tell him to look right here. Since he's not at the first down marker, it doesn't really make sense to throw it to him. So now you can take off and run.
You can't just always tell him that.
Hey, he's like at least 2 or 3 yards short, and he'd have to make a move somehow to get to the first down.
Yes, I understand the line is terrible. The line didn't hold up
Like
very well on this play.
they
either.
really need to let him call his own plays for real.
Whoever this is on the ground again looks like it's Billy Price. Yeah, Billy Price on the ground
Again.
as usual. You
What a
can't
shock.
hold water.
What a shock. Billy Price on the ground. We haven't seen that before.
Nah,
Billy Price shouldn't even been a part of this play because
Billy
this
Price
play
don't
should have
even
went to
get
Kadarius Toney right over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kadarius
Don't
Toney
even
should
get
have
up,
had the
Billy
ball
Price.
right here with him get ready to block him and him trying to get around to grab Toney. It's not going to happen.
You see right here too? This right here, we better start seeing in the second half when we play against Tampa and going forward. When you have this and you have Toney rolling out like that, just get him the ball immediately and let this kid make some plays. You have to trust him.
This man being this far off should have notified Daniel Jones to go to him immediately. Look how far off he is.
Exactly.
Look how far off he is. Man, I don't know. It's really pissing me off because I know what Joe's saying. Garrett is telling him to do this
because
it's
a mixture of both.
But sometimes, man, when you're in the league, man, and you're a quarterback, I don't care about his draft status. I don't care about him being a number 6 pick, first round pick. When you're a quarterback in this league, the team believes in you the way the team's supposed to believe in you. There's no way if this route is called right here with Kadarius Toney, you don't look to him first with this guy playing.
I would really love to have some old Dallas film and break down what Garrett would do with Romo now.
I would love to see that too.
I would love to see that.
Please.
Joe, am I crazy to say that this should be his first read with the route that he's on if this guy's this far off?
That's why I said, Pat, I would love to see some of Garrett's earlier play calling and to see, what we're seeing on this Giants offense and what he used to do.
Because if he was running this Dallas offense like this, I'm giving more props to Tony Romo for making plays.
Tony Romo.
Right.
Tony Romo, yeah.
I'm being real with you. If this offense was ran like this and he was doing, and Garrett then was telling him to do that crap, Romo should be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't want to say it, but Tony Romo also had a pretty good offensive line too.
Yeah, but
That's
still,
true,
I would
too,
like
but
to
still-
see the plays. I'd like to see the throws.
Mm-hmm.
But can we all be in agreement? Tony should have been his first read from the jump. With this guy playing this far off,
One-on-one, yeah.
Yes. I want the best player on this team getting that ball.
That's one
best
missed
player on the
opportunity.
offense.
That's one missed opportunity. I think a separate opportunity he missed was right here.
That makes me want to pull out what little hair I have left out of my head.
I'd like to see Daniel Jones tape first year too. See what the hell the difference really is.
I'm gonna see if I can get some tape from there, and then we're really gonna get into it.
How could Daniel Jones be that throw that much? How could he be let loose and produce that better with Ingram, Shepard, Slayton as his top guys? But now he has all these other guys. Yeah, they've been in and out of the lineup, and yet it just looks so bad at times.
Hold on, because I'm gonna look up something for you.
It really is mind-boggling.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to get out of here. But hey, Pat.
Oh,
man, I'm loving these things, man. I'm loving this. Right off the back, I'm loving this.
It was a pleasure to talk film.
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
Yeah, man.
You're
Joel,
damn good with this
appreciate it.
insight.
Damn, yeah.
Oh yeah. So guys, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, man.
It was
Thank
a
you very
pleasure,
much.
man.
Have a
You
good
know
one, bro.
you know your stuff, man. I was glad to chop it up with you. Nice to
Definitely,
meet you too.
man. Definitely. Nice to meet you too, man. All right,
Stop
y'all.
by.
Have a good
Stop by
night.
tomorrow,
Have a
man.
great night.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yes.
I'm gonna definitely stop by.
Oh yeah,
All
for
right.
college.
That
Have a
works.
good one.
Have a great night.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to look up something because I want to show you guys something about that too.
Oh, man, Pat, I'm getting pissed off now. I'm getting pissed off.
It's not knowing is the biggest thing right now. Not knowing.
I think it's everything. I think it's just a collection of
not
everything.
knowing and not being able to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's coaching. We don't know if it's players. We don't know if it's staff. We don't know if it's the head coach. We don't know if the owner's doing what we think he's doing. We're sitting here speculating.
Yep.
We still can't put our
even point fingers, man.
Exactly. We
That's why
can't
I'm
say
just lumping it all
definite that
together.
Jones is the problem. We can't say definite that Garrett's the problem. We can't say definite, you know, what the hell? And we're sitting here breaking this shit down and going, you know what? Okay, I can see a few on that play. Well, that play I kind of, and then in the next play, it's like, yeah, I can agree with that. And then, but somebody else doesn't agree with it, you know, and it's like we're all
Okay.
seeing different things.
That's why I'm lumping it all together because I really don't know who's the main
Ah.
problem in this whole thing. That's why I'm saying it's everybody all together.
Uh-oh, what's he got?
So let me stop the screen real quick. I'll come back there.
Oh, damn it.
So can y'all see the screen?
Not honest,
Not-
a little
Not
bit.
great, but I
Yeah,
can
It's
blow
not
it
Yeah,
up.
I can see.
Yeah, I hate it.
I'll try to
I
blow
hate
it out.
like that.
Now I can.
I can see it.
This is
So this is-
2019.
Yeah, this is Daniel Jones' stats
Oh,
from his
mother.
2019 season when he threw 24 touchdowns.
Oh, god damn it.
They're starting for the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay game. He had 336 yards and 2 touchdowns. No picks. He was sacked 5 times. And he
Fumbled
lost 2
twice.
fumbles.
Well,
He
yeah.
lost 2 fumbles.
Lost 2 fumbles.
Yeah. And then against Washington, Minnesota, New England, Arizona, he only threw 1 touchdown a game in those games. Against Washington, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. 1 touchdown and 1 pick in Minnesota. 1 touchdown and 3 picks in New England.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
One
Yeah, that New
touchdown.
England game was rough.
Yeah, 1 touchdown and a pick and 2
that
fumbles
Patriot
lost
game
against
was tough.
Arizona. Then he blew up on Detroit. 4 touchdowns, no picks, still lost a fumble in that game. Then against Dallas, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 2 fumbles lost in that game. The Jets, 4 touchdowns, no picks, still lost a fumble that game. Remember, Adams stole it from him and took it to the
that's
house.
that Jamal Adams stole that shit.
Against Chicago,
Yep, I
he had
remember
2
that.
2 touchdowns, lost a fumble. Against Green Bay, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Philadelphia and Miami, he did not play. Washington, 5 touchdowns. And then Philly, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 fumble loss.
Well,
So you
I
gotta
meant
think.
plays is what I'd like to see. Film.
But I'm saying everybody's saying this rookie year was just outstanding, so great. Yeah, he threw up some touchdowns, but most of those touchdowns came in 1, 2, 3, 4 games.
No, it wasn't that great, but he was at least able to sling, they trusted him to sling the rock around a little bit more, even though he was turning it over at a high rate.
3, 4, 5 games, 8, 10, 15, 17.
Yeah.
So all the rest of the games that he played, he only threw 7 touchdowns out of those 5 games that he blew up. Other than that, he had 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12 interceptions.
The last
1
time
fumble
Daniel
lost, 2
Jones even
fumbles
threw
lost,
like
3
3
fumbles lost,
touchdowns
5.
or more was since his rookie
Hold on.
year.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11 fumbles lost in the other games.
11
So
fumbles.
he had 24 touchdowns, but he had 23 turnovers that season too. So everybody's saying that he was unleashed. He was just this perfect quarterback that rookie season.
No, he
It
wasn't.
wasn't like that. Most of that came in a couple of games against some very bad teams.
No,
Yeah.
I just meant I'd like to see the film on the throws he was making, and if he was reading, and if he was just a one read, and that stuff. What we're breaking down now is what I said. That's what I wanted.
I think he was. I maybe I might be 1,000% wrong, but I think he was still locking into one guy for most of his reads, and he would have trouble going through his progressions. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong, but I think that's what he was doing in his rookie year too.
Well,
on this play right here, he missed 1 opportunity to Toney. I think he missed the opportunity to Booker on this play. And I think he missed the opportunity to Slayton right here on this play. It would have to be a good play, but I expect my quarterback to be able to make plays like that with Daniel Jones' talent.
Mm-hmm.
If Daniel Jones wasn't that talented, I wouldn't get on him about that. But this kid is talented. You can't take that from him, and I believe he's talented enough to make a throw right there to the 10-yard line and let Darius Slayton try to make this catch. I'm just being honest with you. I think he can get that ball in there because he's shown it. He just did it to Galladay in a tighter window.
And Slayton
with
can
more
make
anticipation.
In a tighter, in his
Slayton can make that catch. He's made that catch before.
So I think it was a missed opportunity on this play. He scrambles. They should have thrown a penalty right there because he got hit in the head, but it's Daniel Jones, so he doesn't get that. We're the Giants. Here's another play. Now you see him focusing on the tight end the whole time.
Let me see.
Why does he do this?
I don't know, Pat. He doesn't look off his guys.
He looked at Rudolph the whole
entire
time.
time.
Let me see.
He looked at Rudolph the entire time. Guess what? Because that was his only option.
Who's the inside receiver?
Kyle Rudolph.
No, I mean
Right
below
here?
Rudolph. Yeah, who's that?
I believe
Is that
that's
Slayton?
Ingram.
That's Ingram?
No, that's-
okay. It might
No,
be
that's
Slayton.
Slayton.
No, that's Colin Johnson.
Okay.
Colin Johnson.
No, the way he's running, that looks like Ingram. That's Ingram.
It does.
Yeah, that's Ingram.
Ingram.
He looked at Kyle Rudolph the whole time. Only place I think you could have gone on this play is if you throw a real good pass, is to this guy that's breaking out on his out route. But I don't know because I think he undercuts that.
You guys heard
Yeah,
that?
Can't go anywhere.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I heard it, Joel. So we're all just
What?
sitting
I don't know what
quiet,
you're
like,
talking about. Ooh,
No,
I'll
it's just
start
bubbles.
muting my mic.
Somebody blowing bubbles? No, but
He looked at his receiver the whole time.
do you think he could have tried to make that throw if he looked over towards Ingram's way? You think he could have made that tight window throw, or do you think it would have been a pick?
No, that would have been a pick.
Okay.
Score. Double easy with the great comments. Oh my goodness.
So on this play here,
Let me see.
Galladay wins his route. I don't know why we don't run more routes like this with Kenny Galladay. But you see that strike that he throws in there? That DB's pretty good coverage right there. Still throws a strike and get it in there with a person in his face.
Yeah, he got it
So
in.
I don't want to hear about, he was worried about somebody in it. That kid's not worried about that, man. I'm telling you.
I don't care if there's anybody draped on top of Kenny Galladay. I'm getting him the ball. Even if in tight coverage and
Hernandez did a horrible job.
I'm
picking up
getting
this
Galladay
blitz.
the ball. Galladay thrives
Come
on
on,
contested
Hernandez.
catches. Trust Kenny Galladay will make the contested catch.
Right.
That's why you paid all the money. You got to trust that he'll make the catch.
Get your playmakers the ball. I don't understand it.
Yeah. It's mind-boggling. This better change starting against Tampa Bay.
Now you see Evan Ingram was right there. You see him throw that ball to him? The exact same play earlier with Kadarius Toney. He didn't throw the ball to him. Look how this DB is playing it, but he still throws the ball to Evan Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
That's the play that Barkley scored the touchdown on. That's the same play that Barkley went up the sideline and scored the touchdown on. Same damn play. Ingram did a crosser. The top cornerback bit down. Barkley and DJ were talking about it. Said if I get split out wide again.
But why
If
does
that
he
guy
throw
up-
it? Why does he throw it now that Evan Ingram was there, but he couldn't throw it when Toney was out there? Do they tell this guy just to look at Evan Ingram every time he gets on the field?
I don't get it.
Because I guarantee if Evan Ingram was over there, that DB would have played up closer on that Toney play. Look how close he plays. He plays it now that he sees Evan Ingram in the game.
I'm gonna say something, and it might sound stupid,
That
but does it
wasn't
seem
me.
like that every time that Evan Ingram or Sterling Shepard are on the field, they always are like? It seems like they always have to get the ball all the
Right.
time. Do I sound
That's what I
stupid
just
saying
said.
that?
That's what I just
That's
said.
right, exactly.
But like, it's the two of them. I mean, I don't want to sound stupid, but like, I just
But I
feels
think
like that they have to get the ball all the time, and I don't get it.
Bad play, bro.
Kadarius Toney was on a route just like this earlier in the game, and he didn't even look his way. But soon as Evan Ingram gets up here, he throws it right to him, no matter
Joe
what the
Judge is
TV right here
golden
is
boy.
doing.
But he practices so well, Pat. He's a Pro
That's
Bowler.
Joe Judge's
I
golden
can't get on
boy.
Ingram lately. Ingram's actually making plays now.
Oh my God.
He is actually making some plays, Joel, which is crazy to say.
He is, but you know what? God damn.
No, I know.
So this is the play they finally
I know.
decided to throw it to Kadarius Toney. And you can't say he's scared of the pressure because
Oh, yeah, the
Daniel
one
Jones
target.
threw it anyway, and he was getting hit.
That's the one target he got, right? Yeah.
I wish I could swear right now.
Look at the separation he gets from this guy from the jump. And like I said, this was a half-hearted route because he was tired of not getting the ball. You know, Kadarius Toney usually faster than this off the line. But even a half-speed Kadarius Toney burns this guy. Catches it, makes a first down.
Is one play, one true actual play that he made.
That one play.
It was a first down. Do they just not like throwing to him? Is it just something like where they just don't like throwing the ball to get the
Judge
ball?
is still
Kadarius Toney?
punishing him for throwing a punt.
Oh, if that's F off, then Judge, stop it. Okay, do you want to win or do you want to you want to punish a kid? Get the hell out of
Well,
here.
you can't tell me this game plan don't get approved by Judge.
No, you might actually have something. I don't know.
Tell me this game plan
It's
don't get
What I don't
mind-boggling.
understand, I don't understand on this play is I understand
420 and be happy. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
So I'm trying to understand. Okay. I guess they brought him down. Okay. Why does Kyle Rudolph always run at these plays? Look how slow and sorry he is.
At this point, I can't stand Kyle Rudolph.
You know what? I think if Sterling Shepard was out, that's the route that he would be running, not Kyle Rudolph. I think he's running like a Shepard route. That's exactly the route that Shepard runs all the time. All the time you see him run that route. And Kyle Rudolph looks like the ball's coming to him. He's still in the middle of making his curl. He's that slow.
All right. Here's another. Here's another
God.
fail.
That's pain.
This disgusting, dude.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, this is where he runs to the right.
Yeah, Nate Soda gets beat immediately.
Nate Soda.
Yep, right there.
Man. It's like
Now DJ's stepping up.
Kurt does too.
Kurt's not too far away. Kurt's getting beat too.
Pocket collapse.
So the pocket collapses.
Yep.
There's nothing he can do.
How could they be
Unless-
so good?
Unless only thing I can see him doing, because they got beat so fast on this play.
He threw it away. He threw it away.
Like, only thing I can see is if you have this guy doing an inside slant, but I don't know how these guys would have reacted. Maybe you get this ball out immediately, right here. Maybe you throw it right there. Or you can try to fit it in there. You can try to zoom it right there. I think you can get it in there too. But it's going to be like real thin, razor thin.
Yeah.
As soon as he turn around, he needs the ball.
Plus Max Crosby.
But look, you already got a long arm. Get ready to grab you.
Max
so.
Crosby. He's gonna be sticking his arm up when he tries.
It was 3rd and 3, so I would say you could throw it right here, right now. Try to throw it to him right here, right now. Because you should be able to see this guy coming in with the quickness. It's your strong side. So you try to throw it to him right now, or you throw this ball a little low right here and see if you can get it into him. Try to throw him open real quick because he's not going to make it.
Or here's a foreign idea. Why not throw it to the outside guy one-on-one and let him see if he can go up and make a play in the end zone?
Hey, how
Just
about
saying.
this? How about putting a tight end on the one side with Solder and help him chip? At least then maybe DJ's got a chance to roll that way.
That's not a bad idea too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody chipped.
Yeah, any other quarterback probably turns and tries to throw it to Colin Johnson.
Kenny, if that was Kenny Galladay on the other side,
and he never even looked. He never even looked that way. So
yeah, that's Kenny Galladay.
It's only 3rd and 3. So if it's 3rd and 3, you should be trying to hit this guy right here real fast. Try to get him open. But I guarantee they told him this is the guy that's going to break open. So you look for him. He doesn't look anywhere else, people.
Now they be telling him.
Is that Ingram?
He looked at him the whole time.
They be telling him what to do. That's what I think.
And Hernandez looks lost. I don't know what Hernandez was doing. He looks lost. Look at him. Like man.
I got a question for the panel.
Like, they be telling him.
How the hell did these guys actually score really well at run blocking this past Sunday?
Because they did run the ball really well.
They did run the ball.
I think a lot more of it was Booker more than the offensive line. I love the way Booker was running because he was running into offensive linemen a lot. And he still was breaking up.
Look at that pass there. That's so inaccurate. He throws the ball up here to the receiver here.
Oh, yeah.
See where breaks off? Look, he's falling. You throw this ball right here to the sideline here. That's a catch. He throws it way out of bounds.
That was
missed opportunity.
Yeah, it's the one to Slayton. I remember that.
That was an accurate.
Yeah, that was a bad throw.
Bad throw.
I remember that play.
Yeah, that was.
How many more you got, Pat?
I got a little bit more, but I'm probably going to end it soon. I know you guys are tired.
Yeah, because I got to get up in 12 hours and fire up a 12-hour stream. So.
No, but I'm enjoying
this. You guys. Just want to show you guys little things that we be doing cool, man. That we really don't do. I had a little bit more, but I know you guys are getting tired. It's 3 hours on the stream. I didn't expect to go 3 hours. I don't know how I always wind up going 3 hours.
2.5 was fighting.
Because a lot of it's a discussion. That's I don't mind doing this because I'm probably going to miss the next one.
Just give me your personal opinion about these film sessions. Tell me what you like about them, what you don't like.
I do like them, but it's we all see things differently, and we're all passionate, and we all want to make the other person understand. I mean, we get through them, and thank God we're still friends at the end. But it's. We've said it before. We'll say it again. The hardest part, Pat, is right now is understanding what the hell is going on with this team. And we can't even breaking down film. We can't even get it right. I mean, we can't say that this is what needs to be fixed because we don't really know what the hell Garrett is teaching Jones. We don't know what Judge and Garrett are doing. We don't even know if Judge and Garrett are really working together because that's being brought up too. Where do we go as a team? I see the mistakes. I see the mistakes, man. And it's like, you cannot, after 2 years into this system, you cannot be still making the same mistakes over and over.
Mm-hmm.
What is being taught? How are you? What are you doing to change this? Because that's what got us fired up with Judge, Pat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pat, Judge came out. We're going to work on the little things. We're going to teach you how to tackle. We're going to teach you how to block. We're going to teach you how to fall. We're going to stop injuries. We're going to ground and pound. We're going back to old school Giants football. Can't keep anybody healthy. It took till week 9 to get a running game. It took till week 7 to get the defense back. And
is it more
like
coaching
you said,
or is it more execution?
This is off a win. We're happy Giants fans.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine what it would have been like if we lost.
Even the chat is like, oh my God, this is disappointing. Oh my God, I didn't think it was this bad. You know, what the hell is going on with this team and coaching staff? I mean, we're not the only ones seeing it. Everybody in the chat's putting it in there too.
Because you always want to try to get better. You want to look at what you did wrong and try to improve on those.
Why the hell aren't we seeing that though, guys? What?
That's the $1 million question, Joel. We really
And
don't
that's
know.
what's got us pissed off. We're not seeing improvement. We thought we were.
You know what? We got 8 games to see if we can see some improvement. 8 more games at least this season.
I'll tell you what, it can't get much lower than this, and we won this freaking game. With as bad as everything that Pat has been pointing out, with the mistakes that were made.
Oh, it could get lower. It's just we hope it doesn't get any lower.
Yeah, because it get lower.
It could get a lot lower.
Oh, I don't know, guys.
That Bucks game, I mean, you never know.
But you see how crazy it is? We actually won this game. The way I broke this film down, you would think we lost.
Yeah.
And maybe we should have lost.
Yeah.
The way this offense was playing. And I got enough film to put blame on everybody. I can't just put blame on Daniel Jones. I can't just put blame on the offensive line. I can't just put blame on Jason Garrett. I can't just put blame on the receivers.
That's why I'm blaming everybody.
It's
I'm
enough
not
blame
blaming
to go
one single
everywhere.
person or
It's
asset.
enough blame on
Everybody's getting the blame for why this offense has been this bad.
And after pointing all that out, okay, how much more effective is a real offensive line going to be for this team? You put a better offensive line out there right now, what the hell changes?
That's the point. What, Daniel Jones gets to scramble a lot more because you got him a one-read quarterback? Because what I'm seeing now, I don't trust Daniel Jones to go all the way through his progressions with a good offensive line. I don't trust that crap.
Well, I'm not going to say that. I mean, I've watched games where I see Daniel go through his progressions, make a good read and a good throw. We also see he makes bad throws. You know, but that's the biggest question right there is what is going on in that part of the game with the quarterback. That's the biggest question right now. Who's doing what?
I wish I could tell you what's going on through Daniel Jones.
And I think but Pat, real quick though, don't you think that's why fans are asking for like Freddie Kitchens to come in?
Yeah.
And take over so we can evaluate and see really what's going on?
I think the key word for this entire thing, I think the key word going forward, that key word for going forward for everybody is the word trust.
It's very puzzling.
Trust in the coach, the coaching staff, trust in the quarterback, trust in the playmakers, trust in the offensive line. It's trust. The word trust has to become a big word with this team going forward. We have to start. Everything has to be trust.
I will say this. That is the word that needs to be done, but trust is earned.
That too. Yeah.
Trust is earned.
Trust is earned.
So is Daniel Jones doing enough to earn the trust of Jason Garrett? Is Jason Garrett doing enough to earn the trust of Daniel Jones? We don't know. We know the offensive line doesn't deserve any trust. That's what we all can agree on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the offensive line finna do. But it's either Daniel Jones doesn't have trust in himself, which comes from not trusting Jason Garrett, or Jason Garrett doesn't have trust in Daniel Jones. It's one of those. It's one of the two, because that kid's too good to be a one-read quarterback.
Yeah, he's too good. Come on, man.
He wasn't even a one-read quarterback at Duke.
Right.
Dude, he wasn't even a one-read quarterback.
And he played with a worse line and worse receiving cast out there. And he still won a bowl game with him.
Cool.
And if Andrew Thomas does come back on,
he was trained by Cutcliffe, so I know he's not teaching one-read quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
No way in hell.
Exactly.
No way in hell he's teaching a one-read quarterback.
No, he's going to tell him to look through his progression.
What up, Adam?
Well, on that note, gentlemen, I want to thank you, Pat, for having me on. I appreciate it. Adam, I hate to split the minute you get in here, but I got a 12-hour stream tomorrow, and I got 12 hours to get some rest. Jeffrey, Taj, man, it was good talking to y'all.
Always good, Joel.
We'll catch all you guys tomorrow.
I'm gonna
Have
shut
a
it
great
down in a
night.
second, but I'm gonna let my man Adam speak his piece. What's going on, brother?
Hello, fellas. How are you?
How are you doing tonight, Adam?
I am good. Sorry I couldn't catch the whole show. Got life that gets in the way, but I thought I'd pop on and just say what's going on. Love you guys' film breakdown. Hopefully, we discovered some good things and some bad things that we can work on.
Yeah, you might have missed. You might have missed some good stuff, man. You might have been screaming a whole lot. So
Yeah, I think you would have been ranting on this one, Adam.
yeah, you might
Yeah,
have
you would have
busted
been.
your brain vessels. So.
I think you might have broken a blood vessel on some of these ones.
No, I
Adam.
think what we have to look at in general is that Jason Garrett is limiting this offense because if you think about it, I was
Yes,
thinking
he
about
is,
this long
man. Yes,
before
he
you
is.
guys were filming. Is that Daniel Jones has 8 touchdowns? 8 touchdowns is not going to cut it in the NFL as a quarterback. And is that on Daniel Jones? I don't think so. I think that's on the play call. And it has to be because if you look at it, he had 24 touchdowns with Pat Shermer. He has 8 touchdowns now and 11 last year. That's not even 24 for 2 years. And I'm saying, well, it can't be Daniel Jones, right? Because we know he can throw for 24 touchdowns. So who must it be? It's gotta be somebody, right? You can't tell me that this offense can't score more points than it does. And I know that hopefully the bye week will open up some things. Hopefully this film session, I didn't get to see all of it. I heard a little bit of it, but hopefully this will bring to light what really needs to be done. Right now, I know Judge is not said that he's not going anywhere. Well, that's not going anywhere for this year. Obviously, cutting your OC in the middle of the season is not really helpful to your team, right? But he never said he was going to keep him during the offseason. That may be too late. But
Yeah, he never. Yeah.
if the Giants want to make a playoff run, they've got to do something about this offense, and it starts against Tampa Bay. Because if they come out, regardless of who's out there, and they only score the amount of points they do, and they do these little short routes, and they don't open it up, you're going to be in for a long 8 games. I'm just saying. Because you got Philadelphia. I hate to say it, their defense is feisty, right? You got LA, the Chargers, who, you got to score some points against because they're going to find a way to score. And then, of course, the team that we hate, one of the hate the most with the star in the helmet is also coming down the pike as well. So, and mind you, I thought about this too. Every one of those teams is going to be fighting. Why? Because there is no second home bye this year in the playoffs, right? So everybody is fighting for seeding down the last 8 games. This is what the NFL is built for now. These last 8 games, buckle up because, the 7th wild card spot is up for grabs. It's a matter of who's going to get hot, right? Giants have to go 6-2 in my eyes, 5-3 at the worst to be in the hunt for the playoff picture.
Exactly.
I mean, they went 5-3 last year. The defense is playing well. I mean, they were playing like they did 3 games in a row. So this is not a coincidence. This is actually a trend right now, right? So I'm thinking against Tampa Bay, they're going to keep up with the defense. Let's see if the offense can light a spark. Get Toney the ball, man. I mean, the playmakers, man. I thought about him too. I was thinking about him. Like, he is one of the reasons why our offense needs to go, right? Don't give him gadget plays. Let's see him as a receiver. Let's see him one-on-one. Look what he did against the Cowboys or whatever that game. I think it was the Cowboys game where he went for like 200 yards and went nuts and was fighting on the field. I mean, that's the Toney I want to see. That's the guy I want to see. I don't want to see him throwing passes to, Colin Johnson. I want to see him on the receiving end of those deep balls. And so I just hope that Jason Garrett, with this time off, can really sit down with Freddie Kitchens and come up with something great and be like, listen, we got 8 games. I got 8 games. This is 8 games for Jason Garrett's coaching career. Okay. He's going to be a head coach somewhere, but if he can improve this offense, it's going to be a walk-in, next job for him. If not, I don't know where Jason Garrett goes after this, especially if he gets fired.
I just have one question for Adam, like real quick, then I'll just stop talking. Do you think it's 100% Jason Garrett, or do you think Joe Judge is having any influence on the offense?
From what I've been listening to, some people think it's just it's Joe Judge but he's letting Jason Garrett have the full autonomy of the offense. And, he has to say yes to the game plan. And during the season, he is hearing all the calls going out, right? He doesn't wear a headset just to wear a headset, although they do have problems with their headset. So he could be just wearing a headset to wear a headset. But usually what happens is you hear what's going in and out. So if he is letting Jason Garrett call these plays and not being like on 4th and 1, that's Judge's call. That ain't Garrett's call. Now the play that goes in is Garrett's call. So Joe Judge goes, yeah, Jason, let's go for it on 4th down. They decide to run it a QB sneak or do some dumb gadget play. Joe Judge has every right to usurp that. So yes, I do believe it's on Judge, but I also think he's letting the guy fail. I think that's what he's doing. Because if you look at it, he fired Colombo, right? He changed up all the guys that have done him dirty. He's benched players. Sam Beal is now gone. O'Shane Zimenez is now gone. The only person that's left, the only common denominator in the offensive struggle has to be the play call. And I don't understand why, because when you watch training camp and you listen to all the beat reporters, this offense is running all over the field. Oh, well, they're doing gadget plays and throwing back shoulder fades and doing all this stuff. They get to the game.
They don't do that.
They're sitting there running the same basic.
Right back to them sticks and curls.
Right. But mind you, that worked when the Cowboys had their running game, right? So when the Cowboys had their running game, they could just have Jason Witten do that stupid little Z route that Rudolph did and get a first down every time. And then what happens, right? You sit on that route, and then they would go deep over the top with you. With their receivers, with T.O., Miles Austin, and all those guys up until, he got relieved of his duties. Then what happened, right? Jerry Jones said, your offense stinks. Someone needs to call the plays. Well, guess what? He gave the
Kellen Moore
to Kellen Moore. And then the whole thing changed. Didn't save his job. Didn't save his job because the defense is terrible. But the point was, look at that offense right now. Still killing it over in Dallas, and here we can't figure out how to score more than 19 points a game with all these weapons on the field. I thought about it today too. I was like, yo, man, there are teams with less weapons right now on the field scoring more points than us. The Jaguars beat a team.
I made that point earlier, yeah.
Right? They found a way to beat the Buffalo Bills, so we can't get out of our own way in some of these games. And I'm wondering, you got to ask yourself, why? Well, it can't be Daniel Jones because when he has his weapons, he throws for 400 yards, right? In the Saints game, he threw for 400 yards. He had everybody on the field. So what's happening? Jason Garrett's offense last year had Golden Tate, Darius Slayton, and Evan Ingram. They didn't even have Saquon Barkley. They had less talent on the field and somehow were able to move the ball downfield. This year, they have more guys that can play with John Ross and Evan Ingram. Yeah, I know John Ross is not great, but you would think when they bring somebody in that he would have some type of contribution. He's done nothing.
No.
Nothing. Why?
None of them really have done anything.
Right? I mean, you did reverses before, right? With Evan Ingram and Shepard, but now you got a guy who can actually do a reverse in Toney, and you're trying to throw a Philly special with the guy. Give me a break. That Dante Pettis play is really Kadarius Toney play, but Kadarius Toney was out the game against the Panthers, so they used Dante Pettis. Right. The other thing I want to see in this team is an actual return man. Pharaoh Cooper, he's a return man. I'm like, yo, they need to start to strategize a little differently if they want to win these games. First off, they need a new punter. That guy's not doing them any favors.
Oh, he sucks. Get him off the field. Get him off the team immediately after the season.
Authentic, what's good, bro?
Is Graham Gano. Okay.
What up, Authentic?
It's good, Authentic. And then you also have, in your offense, you got a guy like Kadarius Toney, Darius Slayton. I mean, I rather put you, Jeff, out there than Darius Slayton. That guy doesn't do nothing, man. Like we all had high hopes for.
I got some suspect hands. I don't know, but I think I could catch the ball deep. I don't know.
Man,
we'll see.
I mean, the guy's an NFL receiver, but where have we seen Darius Slayton perform well here? He dropped a pass in Washington. He got called for a flag in the Panther game, I think it was, or this Raider game. But if he ran the route correctly, it's a touchdown. I mean, I just don't understand it. Is it really lack of offensive execution, or is it really the fact that Jason Garrett It's so, because Miz will tell you that Jason Garrett offense was great, and so will Carl Banks. But I'm saying I get it, but this is the NFL. This is not high school. Okay, you can't just mask things because you have deficiencies. You got to find a way to work. That's what great coaches do. You know, they find a way to use the talent around them, whether they go max protect. That's what they did, right? They max protect. They didn't go deep. They didn't even roll Daniel Jones out in this game. They didn't do any of that. They ran the football.
Right. Nobody blocked. So
exactly, they ran the They ran the football well, but for whatever reason, Raiders didn't believe that they ran the ball well enough to even bite on play action. They were playing man up and down. They were daring the Giants to beat them deep. They were daring the Giants to do it, and the Giants had no offensive line or no scheme or no plan to kind of combat that. So now you're going to tell me that right now, I'm excited for this. Don't get me wrong, I love it. The fact that we're kind of still in the mix, mathematically, and the players believe mathematically they're still in it, gives me excitement. What doesn't give me excitement is we're facing Tampa Bay. That's the only problem I see. Like, if we were facing, I would love to be facing like the Eagles this week, or a team I know that we could possibly beat, because then you build momentum, and then let's say you play Tampa Bay down the road. Okay, the other teams are already, like, you think Atlanta's going to beat Dallas? No. You think Atlanta's going to keep up being in the 7th seed? I don't think so. The only teams you got to worry about are like Minnesota. Like, they're going to struggle, but they're the one team I'm like, okay, if they get in a hot streak, we have to worry. But Chicago's falling apart. Now, we'll see if Justin Fields plays better. He did have a solid game on Sunday night or Monday night, whenever they played. But it really is going to depend on how well this offense plays. The defense is ready to go. The defense, and Quincy Roche, man, you got to give props to that kid, I mean, he's
got a motor. He's got a nice motor on him.
He has a lot going on in his life. He's got Tourette's and everything like that, and he's
I actually read about that.
He got Tourette's.
Yeah. I read about that. He has Tourette's syndrome.
That's crazy.
He's overcome it. Like, I listened to a couple interviews with him, and he's learning how he understands. Like, he understands how to pass rush, and this is why I keep telling people about when you draft a player that has done the things that you're asking him to do. Not draft a player like Lorenzo Carter, or keep a guy like Lorenzo Carter or Shane Zimenez and force them into positions that they're not familiar with, because there's a whole nother technique of learning. And if any of you learned a foreign language in your life, or any of you learned something new that you haven't done recently, even if it's like, hitting a tennis racket with your left hand, it is totally
yeah, you're right. He is. Authentic's right on that. As much as it drove us nuts.
Right, but that's what they did to do that. But normally when you do a running game plan like that, you normally score more points. We only won because of a pick six. Remember that. That's what people forget. Giants offense only scored 16 points. Raiders offense scored 16 points. If they didn't miss a field goal, it's 19, and they're driving at the end of the game. That McKinney play is huge. And if the defense doesn't score, and they don't get you a point, and that's what the defense is going to have to do these remaining 8 games. They're going to have to take over and score points. Do you think the defense is that strong to do that?
No, that's what I'm afraid of. Is that I think
they have to get touchdowns every game, but they're going to have to get turnovers.
Right,
that the coaching staff is going to try to hope that the defense is going to just keep making these plays, and the offense is just going to have to try to skate by, and they can't do that. This offense has got to start putting up points.
The defense is going to have a tough time. They're going to have to stay on. They're going to have to keep getting 3 and outs and things like that, and creating turnovers at certain points. Yeah,
that's not happening against
the Bucs. I'm having to score every game.
I heard a rumor. I don't know how factual it is that the defense, when they got turnovers, the Giants aren't scoring points off those turnovers. So this is where the problem lies. If you get 3 turnovers and you score 3 field goals, and the other team scores 7s, it doesn't really matter if you get the 3 turnovers, right? It's what you do with those turnovers that make the difference. Now, I know Authentic said Daniel Jones had opportunities to put them away, up by 1 and up by 4. Yes, he did. And this is not a bash Daniel Jones thing. He's limited. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not these guys. He's a guy you can win with. He's a guy that's going to keep you afloat. But let's take the franchise label off and let's just say good quarterback. I know Pat remembers Kerry Collins, right? I don't know if anybody else remembers Kerry
Oh,
Collins.
I remember Kerry Collins. That's actually when I started
I
really getting
remember
into
Kerry
football.
Collins.
Yeah.
So my point is that when we came from the doldrums of bad football quarterbacks, we brought in Kerry Collins, and he kind of revived, the Giants state. What I'm saying is, if Daniel Jones can be somewhat like a Kerry Collins type guy, good enough to get us in the playoffs and get us in the dance, we can work around his deficiencies. You know what I'm saying? And it's proven that, you can go down the list of quarterbacks who've won Super Bowls who have not been good or have been to the big day. I mean, Neil O'Donnell, he went to the Super Bowl. He wasn't that good, right? Brad Johnson is a terrible quarterback. He won, Trent Dilfer is the worst. What I'm saying is there's been far less guys who have done more. And I believe Daniel Jones could be that guy. I don't think franchise is the right word to use with him.
Daniel Jones to me is a quarterback that you could win with, but he's not ever going to be a franchise quarterback.
Like
I just
Kirk
don't
Cousins.
see it.
He's like
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. See, Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins duped the
That's actually a good comparison. I think he is a lot like a Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins duped Minnesota Vikings because he went in there saying, "Yeah, give me $84 million and I will get you no playoff wins." And that's what he's done. Case Keenum has more playoff wins than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he does.
That's terrible. And Kirk Cousins has been on that team every year. That guy, if they didn't invest so much money in Kirk Cousins, he would have been off the boat already. But because they invested so much dang money in the guy, they have to keep him, right? Because think about it. They had Teddy Bridgewater. They were going to go to the playoffs with him. He blew out his knee. They traded for Bradford. He didn't do much. They got Kirk Cousins, right? Kirk Cousins has done nothing that a franchise quarterback has done. Nothing. And he still has a job. Most people would have been fired by now. If Daniel Jones was doing what is being done in the Vikings, oh my God. Oh my God. But he's not. He's here with a struggling team. He's behind the 8 ball. I don't want to give excuses for the guy because there's a lot to be desired with Daniel Jones, right? It's not a bad thing that he is. He is what he is. He's going to be the Giants quarterback next year, right? Because they don't have anybody. See, this is the thing. The Giants got draft picks this year in case Daniel Jones sucked, right? And somebody rose to the cream of the crop rose to the top, right? And if they sucked, they were close enough to get a quarterback. Well, guess what? There's not any quarterbacks, at least right now, that
quarterbacks
deeming good enough to be in the top 10. So what are you going to do? You're going to reach on a guy, or you're going to keep Daniel Jones?
You got to keep Daniel Jones. You
keep Daniel Jones. Yeah, you got to keep Daniel Jones.
So right now, as a Giant fan base, we got to get out of our head that we're going to not see Daniel Jones. He's going to be the quarterback unless, somehow Deshaun Watson comes free and they decide to pull the trigger on that, which I don't think they will. But unless something catastrophic like that happens, he'll be here next year. The question is, will Jason Garrett be here next year? And if he's not, who are you going to promote? Because if you bring a new guy, that's another offense for Daniel Jones to learn. Right? To me, I promote Freddie Kitchens and just roll with it. And here's why. I know people are going to say, well, Freddie Kitchens stuff. If you want to keep continuity, he's going to know the play calls and the personnel. He's not going to have to learn the personnel. He's not going to have to change it up. He already knows Joe Judge. It's kind of like one of those match made in heaven, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, I would say I would kick Jason Garrett to the curb right now, but the Giants love him too much for whatever reason.
John Mara.
Once a Giant, always a Giant. To you need to get rid of him.
It's that once a Giant, always a Giant shit.
I upset those Chargers and win the games we're supposed to. We'll be 8-9 at the very least.
I just think if we get Andrew Thomas coming back really is a big key because I think if he's able to come back against the Bucs, I think this offense will start to open up a little bit more.
MVP the offense.
They'll have that blindside protection, and it'll be able to have Jones open it up a little bit more because he won't feel like he's getting blown up on the blind side. So I just think he's such a big key getting back on this field. They need him back. It's essential. I mean, I know Barkley, getting him back is great. Even getting somebody like, as everybody calls him, Riggs, but Shep back. You want to get all your players back, but getting Andrew Thomas back on that field is so big for this team. And it's huge for Daniel Jones. It's a correlation between the two. And in a way, it's probably going to make it might be opening up for Garrett because, you know what? I got my left tackle back there. It's going to make it easier for my quarterback to have a chance to scan the field because he's going to have the trust on the blind side. So there you go. I think Andrew Thomas is the big key going forward. This guy has to stay on the field. He has to stay on the field.
It's a wrap.
Well, the thing is this. I don't necessarily need Barkley anymore. I'm not saying that I don't want his talent on the field. I'm saying they've already won games and lost games without him. They've lost games with him. You know, what if Barkley's not going to be healthy or be here? You got to think of alternatives, right? I was having a conversation with the hub, and he was like, "Well, you know, they might trade Saquon Barkley down the road." And my thing is this: you're going to keep next year on your 5th-year option, right? He's that dynamic of a player. But after that, what are you going to do? To me, this next year you've got to bring in a competition back. Now, if you don't think Brightwell's that guy, bring in somebody else, right? Because if you're not going to keep Barkley,
I'm saying draft a running back this year.
Draft the thumper, a guy that's going to go run north and south, not somebody that's going to run east and west.
Draft
right. Well, that also goes with your line. See, because I was thinking about the draft, and I hate thinking about the draft so freaking early, but it's so intriguing to me what the Giants can do because they have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. And you can go 2 O-linemen and 3 defensive players, 2 O-linemen, 2 defensive players, and a tight end. You know, you can do, 3 O-linemen and an edge rusher and a safety. Like, for example, right? Let's say the Giants went O-line in the first pick, right? And that safety is sitting there at the second pick. I don't think he will be, but the second first-round pick, he's sitting there, and he's the best player on your board. You know what I'm saying? The Giants will have that flexibility to take whoever they want. That's good. And this is what is great because if you don't have to worry about Daniel Jones being your guy, now you open up all the possibilities for the draft to get better because they need to invest in the defense. They don't have anybody really invested in this defense. I don't feel like Carter's gone. Shane Zimenez is probably gone.
Peppers is probably gone.
DJ Hill's gone. Peppers, I don't know. He might be back because of injury, so I don't think he's necessarily.
You might be able to get him on a discount.
Right. I mean,
maybe.
He's not really, right.
But I'm not too bad if he leaves too.
I think if McKinney keeps playing well and Aaron Robinson emerges as like the same type of player that Peppers has been playing, like the same position, I think it's going to make Peppers expendable.
Now you can actually draft a corner again because you got rid of Sam Beal. You have Aaron Robinson, so I don't know what his role is yet because Darnay Holmes is playing pretty well.
You'll get Rodarius back next year.
Right, that guy's got some experience. So now you can have so much flexibility in the draft. You need a center. You don't know if Nick Gates is coming back, but if those guys do come back, now you have depth competition. Now you're building something, right? And then I look at all the edge rushers for the Giants in recent history. You and you are a 2nd-round pick. Justin Tuck, a 3rd-round pick. Matthias Kuhn might as well just been a 2nd-round pick. He was picked 32nd in the draft in his draft. You're going to get guys to build off of, and I think the Giants next year are going to bring in Roche. Going to keep Ozies. Edison Smith will be there. I don't know what his role is going to be because I don't know how good he is or what his ceiling is. And let's say they draft a guy. Now you've got 4 guys, and then you bring in a veteran, probably a cheap veteran to kind of, put out there so you can get the young guys acclimated.
I would keep Harris. I
like Harris. I like Trent Harris a lot.
Same thing. Because he offers versatility. You can put him on the practice squad, right? He already knows your defense, so you're not really losing much with the guy, right? And he's a hustle player, right? He gives you effort all day. So I'm really excited for these next 8 games to see where the story arc of all these players is going. Is Dexter Lawrence
the same exact way, Adam?
Is Dexter Lawrence going to take that next step? Leonard Williams is playing pretty well. I love that he's on the team locked up, right? Who's going to Azeez Ojulari? I want to see Roche build off of this sack fumble game, right? All these core pieces, because to me, the draft will be exciting because now we're going to bring in guys to fill in roles that are actually going to elevate this defense, right? Because the defense is already solid. Now what you need to do is put some dogs on this defense. That's what we need.
Right.
We need some dogs.
We need dogs on the lines. We need dogs on both lines.
I think you need to move Dexter Lawrence to the nose, right? Because that's what you have him there. You bring in another defensive tackle that you can draft in this round to kind of build him up, right? Or you keep Austin Johnson. I would just flip the 2 guys. You need a middle linebacker, whether or not it's going to back up Tay Crowder or Blake Martinez. You need a guy there. I just feel like they don't have a guy that can come in right. Reggie Ragland, McKinnon, he's not playing that well, but I can't take anything away. He's learning a defense. And I think that it would be beneficial to bring in a nice young guy, a nice young stud in the middle third. Because, again, the third, you have 5 picks in the first friggin' 3 rounds. You can do so many things to shore up your team. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know the Giants aren't going to have a lot of money this year, so they're going to spend on a lot of bargain basement free agents or guys coming off contract that were injured, like John Ross's type shit. So don't expect like Kadarius Toney signings, or I mean, excuse me, Kenny Galladay signings, but expect like, like a John Ross type of player coming in. Guy who maybe.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this off.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
I don't want to fall asleep on stream.
It was nice talking with all you guys again. Really.
Shout out to everybody that came
almost
through.
about to
Jeff,
fall
Joe, Adam, Taj. Authentic showed up.
Authentic
Double
in the
Easy.
building. I've always wanted to say
Double
that.
Easy.
Sorry.
Welcome to the Big Blue Crew. Taj, everybody that came through. Thank you, guys. Don't
Thanks for
forget to
staying up late with me.
subscribe, and
Thank
like
you.
everybody's channels. Everybody has a channel that's on the panel right now. And Sunday, thank her, Queen Sunday, for always being in the comments.
You're the
dropping
queen,
everybody's
Sunday.
chats. Good night, everybody.
Have a great night, guys.
See ya. Thank you.
End it.
Appreciate you.
Anytime. Have a good night, guys.
All right, y'all have a good one, man. Yeah, it's gonna end.